Endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a stacked up program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. That will do that around 3:20 with JCS News. Our friends from the Rosen Hotel are going to drop by around 3:45. Sippin' Savers coming up. Harry's Poolside joins us. 4 o'clock hour. It's What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over Deb's Choice, which was fascinating. It was really, really cool. It's an American that lives in Colombia, and he goes over the 10 things that Americans do that they don't understand, maybe rubs cultures differently. I found it quite interesting.
I was wondering how you would feel about being called out like that.
Hey, I felt called out as well.
By the way, same.
Yeah, I mean, we all
Amy Sweezy's going to join us. She and 2 other legends of the weather world have started a new little thing called the Florida Weather Authority. We'll talk to her about that. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia. We'll end it up with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X. Just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube, get involved with our question of the day, watch us do the show. And if you want to send a talk back, that's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air.
Turn you into a superstar.
Superstar, right around the corner. It's just that easy in this business.
Yeah.
Where are you, by the way? Where are you?
Where am I?
Where are you?
you?
Deb, where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where you're? Well, I can't. You're not even in the studio because I can't see you on the screen.
I logged in. I mean,
There she
There
is.
you go. Hey, Deb's here. Everybody, Deb's here.
hey,
Jack,
you be nice. I'm just waiting for you to talk so that I can dip into this thing.
Let me tell you something. Harry's, man.
Yeah.
Jack, how you feeling?
Listen, dude, I got to tell you, Magical Dining's coming up soon. A lot of people out there are like, oh, I'll go here, I'll do this, blah, 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 blah. I'll go here. Man, Harry's Poolside, if you're not going there for Magical and you're not experiencing what they do over there, this whole spot, you are losing. This place is unbelievable. Chef Talaluna is a genius, and we have another tasting coming up, and today we got to kind of try it. And Jack said it perfectly. We pair these up with cocktails, and Pernod is Ricard. Pernod Ricard is the provider. So we had cocktails before the show, and Jack said it perfectly today, right before we came on the air. Every day before we do the show, there should be a 1 old-fashioned minimum.
Yeah.
Straight
Every
up,
day.
Straight up. 1 old-fashioned minimum. So
Well, not every day. 5 days a week.
we'll tell you about that. And I tasted today it's probably top 2 3 fish dishes I've ever had in my entire life are on this menu. So we'll tell you a little bit about that a little bit later. Man, there's a crazy story out there. We talked about a scenario like this the other day. I want to say it was last week. It was, and I'm sure, I don't want to take this from your news, and I'm sure you have it, but we have to talk about it real quick. It's the crash in Apopka.
Oh, yeah. No, I do not, actually.
So, for people who do not live in the area here, Apopka is a little town northwest of where we are here, probably about, 8-10 miles away from us.
You're talking about the Good Samaritan story.
Yeah, it's a rural kind of community that was known for years as the indoor foliage capital of the world. They had a lot of growers out there making succulents and things of that
Ferns
nature.
and
Ferns
such.
and whatnot.
It used to be agricultural. Now it's blowing up.
Yeah, now it's blowing up. I mean, some of the nicer neighborhoods are kind of growing out there. There's there's some beautiful land out there on the backside of it. And Popka for years went ignored, and now because of the lack of land in Central Florida, everybody's going, well, this could be nice. They're just, all these developers are going, I see a vision here. Whereas before it was no vision.
Yeah, now they're rethinking.
Right now there's no other options. All the visions are there, right? So there was a crash out there, and after the crash, I guess a man and a woman were fighting in their vehicle during this crash, and they got out of the car after the crash and continued to fight with each other. Good Samaritan steps in and tries to break them up and gets shot and killed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that goes back to that, you talk about wanting to be a good Samaritan. You talk about and look, I'm one of these dudes. I'm like, man, if I ever saw a woman, getting smacked up by a man, I've got to intervene regardless of the consequences. You just got to do it because that's how I was raised, blah, 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 blah. Not saying I'm a badass. We just try to create any kind of distraction to stop the violence from happening. Dealt with a little of that as a kid. So definitely have an aversion to seeing that kind of happen. And man, these days, you are just rolling the life dice anytime you try to inject yourself and do what you consider to be the right thing. This guy was just trying to break up a fight between two people and took the L there. Bad.
Oh,
and we don't know anything about that. I mean, the case is so fresh. We don't know names. We don't know about anybody being charged with anything. No, nothing.
Well, you remember there was another recent case of a guy who had stopped to help someone who was in a single vehicle accident, and the guy got out of his car and started beating him up.
He charged him.
I know.
And jumped up, and he was doing that all over the world, like over the county. He did it like 2 or 3. This is a moral question. I'm sure I'm going to fail miserably because that's what I do in moral questions. So I'm driving down the road the other day. This is a true story. Going down just some road. It was actually over New Smyrna, and was on my way to pick up coffee for the crew. Right. And I see a guy walking with a gas can. His car was obviously broken down, and my whole thought was,
I should stop and give that guy a ride to the gas station.
I should, but I would never let him in my truck. Would it be rude if you pulled over and said, dude, I can help, but you got to get in the back of the truck and ride back there? Like I wanted to do that, but it just seemed it just seems so rude. I don't know why. I would be helping, but I would be like, yeah, look, I want to help, but I don't know who you are. If you get in the back of the truck, I'll give you a ride to the gas station, which was only like 2 miles down the road.
What's such an interesting case of doing the right thing the wrong way?
No, it's not. What's wrong about it? What's wrong about it? You would let that person get in your car, Jack?
I have in the past.
Yeah,
yes.
well, that makes you...
Well,
lucky.
No, you're right. It does make me lucky.
That's how you wind up with STDs.
Because he sat right behind me and I couldn't see.
Jack, what are you doing?
He sat right behind me.
That's way worse than what I considered. I mean, that is way worse. Yeah. Man, I haven't given anybody this is such a terrible take. I haven't given anybody help like that. And I've passed a number of people that needed help. They're all dudes. If it was a woman, I would probably stop for sure. But stop, Jack. You're such a dick.
Well, is he wrong?
But I don't know about.
I feel you. Man,
you just don't know what people got on their mind these days.
Well,
you just don't know what's going on,
and it can change so quickly.
What if you walked up and offered to help? You had your gun in your hand.
Well,
you just let them know, hey, look, I'm armed. I want to help, but if you try anything stupid, this is going to end poorly for you. That's also bad, right?
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
What's bad about it? You're still trying to help. You're just letting people know that you're willing to defend themselves.
But you have to set your boundaries.
Yeah.
And the boundary is don't mess with me.
Or bear spray. Like if I just had bear spray, let's not get as extreme as a weapon. I got bear spray. Hey, look, if you do anything stupid, I'm going to nuke your face with that straight to the dome.
You just go, oh, gosh, I'm still sitting on this. And then you just put the can up on the dash. You let the can do the talking for you.
Or just always carry a frothing pit bull.
And see, yesterday you guys couldn't figure out why you might need a machete.
Yeah, that's a very
and
good
yet
point.
here we are today.
That's such a good point.
Right?
I think it's the universal tool.
It is the universal tool, man. I'm telling you.
That is the end of the movie coming all the way back around. That's that cat that went missing in the beginning of the movie showing up at the end on the porch.
So, I think the
slapping
key
that
is
machete against
that's
your
all
leg.
you need to do. You just get out of the truck and go, oh, let me move that machete for you. Exactly.
You want to help somebody, but you realize it exposes you, so you want to put forth a defense where you're not really offending. It's offending to say, hey, I got a gun, I'm not afraid to use it. That's offensive.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Very much so.
What's another way to do that? Like, I'm off duty. Well, you don't want to pretend to be a
Come
police
on,
officer.
you are the king of passive aggressive.
I'm trying to.
Jack
You got to
says
find a
Jack
good
says
way.
it's bad if I tell him I have a legal gun. That's bad. Telling him I'm a fake cop, cool. I just want to make sure that I got this right.
I think our texters, I think our listeners, as always, the smartest audience. I would have offered to take the can and fill it up and bring it back, and then maybe bring an ice cold bottle of water. You go back and wait with your car. I'll be right back with the gas.
Dude,
and then that
I'm not AAA. I'm in.
But if you're offering to help, this way it protects both your safety, their safety, and you still get to do the good deed.
You can't put someone in the back of a truck without a tailgate that you can't even keep a rug, a carpet in.
That way, if he starts getting silly, slam it. Now,
people
out
are
he
gonna
goes.
people are going to think you're the serial killer. Oh my God, he's got another one.
They get them back. I'll be like, dude, I did this thing to a rug, and I will damn sure do it to you.
That dude needs to be scared of you.
I will sling you out of here like crazy. The dude would probably get in the truck, look at me, and go, you know what? I won't. It's fine.
Exactly.
I'd rather carry 30 pounds of gas 2 miles than ride with your stupid ass. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. I feel terrible for that whomever it was.
I know.
I assume it was a guy, but we don't know anything.
We don't know.
We don't know if they've charged the guy. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be a stand your ground issue.
We don't know.
But we do not know because they haven't
This
said
happened
there's
today?
no
This
arrest.
morning.
Just a little while ago.
Well, I mean, it's still being investigated. From what I remember reading, all parties did stay on the scene, and
they
they're
did.
just trying to sort everything out at this point.
It's just so frustrating. You know, you wake up, you want it, you go out into the world,
Yep.
you want to do the right thing, an opportunity comes, you're trying to do the right thing, and that person doesn't get to go home today.
I know.
Unbelievable, dude. What family, kids, don't know any of that. Just trying to be a good person.
I know.
Unbelievable. Jack, I know that this weekend is our biggest event. It's the poker tournament coming up this weekend.
Huge.
And I also know that it's sold out in 6 hours. That's what makes what we're doing today, tomorrow, and Thursday very, very important. We're running auctions today where you could actually have an opportunity to get into an auction and get one of the last seats we have available.
That's right. That's right. So our annual poker tournament, this is the 19th time we're doing it. It's a 180-person tournament, and there are 6 total seats left. Now, what we've done is there are 3 auctions that end today and 3 that will end tomorrow. So the first auction ends at 5, the next at 5:30, and the final one at 6 o'clock. That's today. We do the same again tomorrow. All proceeds from those auctions go directly to the Mustard Seed of Central Florida. And each auction, if you win an auction seat today, you get a seat in our Texas Hold'em poker tournament, and you get to bring a guest who can enjoy the casino games and the raffle and the
Silent
food from
auction.
Hard Rock, the silent auction. We've got a bunch of great prizes. It's going to be so much fun. Totally look forward to this event each and every year.
Yeah.
Just excited about the 19th as I was the first. Just maybe a little less nervous this time.
Right.
Because I know it's going to be a great time. We want you to join us. You want any details, link up with our auction. Go to realradio.fm/poker. That's our website, realradio.fm/poker. It'll go right to the page. You click on the link for the auctions and bid, because again, at 5, 5:30, and 6, those next 3 seats will be gone.
Boom. There you go. Deb, what do we have for news?
Well, we're going to talk about the National Hurricane Center watching the tropics. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer is challenging.
This is the best of the ooth so far.
What
now?
This is the cream of the ooth.
Is challenging the New York Times.
Oh.
And a one-of-a-kind rookie card is unboxed. Have you heard about that?
I don't know if I have actually.
Well,
I heard of another card unboxed, but I saw a kid take it out, but I haven't seen it. Is it a sports card?
it's a sports
Then
card.
I have not seen it.
And we're going to talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. So take a little break. We'll come back in a sec, get Deb's news, and continue on with the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Brian Holmes, what do you think?
So I can hear you better?
Yeah.
Have big boobs. I will be able to hear you very well in a crowded bar.
Wow.
Trust me on that one.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a vehicle fire blocking all lanes on the express lanes of I-4 westbound before Lee Road. Traffic's backed up from Maitland Boulevard. There's an accident on 434 westbound at Palm Springs Drive getting cleared up. A crash on OBT near Sandler Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Florida's heat is at its peak, and for a lot of folks, their homes just never seem to stay cool. You know, it's a common concern with Florida homeowners, and the problem could be your windows. That's because vinyl windows, well, they're known to warp, crack, or degrade over time, letting in a lot of unwanted heat, while aluminum windows, where they're just heat conductors transferring heat into your home, and who wants that? Renewal by Andersen to the rescue. That's because their windows and doors are made of Fibrex material built to withstand Florida's extreme heat. Their energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed to help keep the heat out and maintain a more consistent indoor temperature. So that means a more comfortable home and lower energy costs. During their end of summer sale, Florida homeowners can buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free, plus special financing for 1 full year. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to claim your savings and reserve your free design consultation. Or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park and see these beautiful products for yourself. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we make mattress shopping easy. We offer our lowest and best price to everyone, every day, so you can shop when you're ready. We show you exactly what's inside of our mattresses so you can see and feel the quality for yourself to ensure you're getting the best value. And we offer a no-pressure shopping experience. Our team is here to help you find the best mattress for you. It's that easy. Visit an OMF location today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
Discover/Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails and a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
What's good, guys? It's Angel. I hear this all the time. I can't afford to call a lawyer. Not true. With Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt at justcallmo.com, the call is free. The advice is free. And you don't pay a nickel unless you win your case. I'm no attorney, but that sounds pretty good. So if you're ever unsure after an accident, just make the call. It costs you nothing. Injured on the go, just call Mo, justcallmo.com or 1-800-CALL-MO.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Escape to Aquatica Orlando for an adventure unlike anywhere else. Slide into endless thrills and unwind with sandy beaches, wave pools, and lazy rivers. Come face to fin with unexpected new friends and enjoy lively events all year long. Every visit brings something new at Aquatica, the #1 outdoor water park in America. Buy an Aquatica Fun Card, get unlimited visits in 2027, plus the rest of 2026 free. Hurry before prices go up. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Training camp is open. The countdown to kickoff is on.
And it's time to get in the game.
iHeartRadio is the official home of the NFL Podcast Network.
We're obviously incredibly excited if you just want to talk about defense.
Get the insight before it's a headline with NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
Thank you to Sean McVay.
Chasing a fantasy title, the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast helps you draft like a genius.
And hopefully it helps you guys out the most.
This
is what football sounds like.
Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and press play.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
Yes, if I needed a ride and you told me I needed to get in the back of the truck, I damn sure would hop in the back of your truck. Not a problem. Because you don't know who that person really is.
Gotcha, dude.
Or what they're really up to.
Hello, everyone. Simply Jeremy here. I actually carry a machete behind the seat in my truck. And I actually had the knife sharpening guy at our farmer's market sharpen it. So it's razor sharp. I don't have any guns, just a machete.
Yeah. That's all you need.
So, all right, Simply Jeremy, coming off a little creepy there, buddy.
Horrifying, by the way. You ever seen those videos of those countries where dudes are like protecting them and they're just chasing people through the street with machetes? I'm like, nah, thanks, dude. I'd rather have a gun shot at me than have one of those things running at me.
Memories of my childhood.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that very much. I'm Jim. Jack is right there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. The death toll has risen to more than 200 people after that magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck Western Colombia on Monday. South Florida is mobilizing a massive humanitarian response. Speaking from the Doral headquarters, Global Empowerment Mission board member Francine De La Rosa confirmed that emergency teams are on the ground right now assessing the destruction and is asking for monetary donations to purchase food directly inside Colombia.
We do plan on purchasing those much needed supplies directly in Colombia. It allows us to not only help the economy, but also get aid much more quickly to the people that need it.
Plus, it's a lot cheaper to buy the food there than it is to buy it in the States and then ship it over.
Man, the new videos, of course, about every 4 or 5 hours, a new wave of videos will come out and hit social media. The ones I saw today were a guy that lives in a relatively nice neighborhood, and he just starts running through his house to get outside. And you think like something is being delivered. He wants to show everybody, and it's not. He just goes up there to his driveway to watch his house like crack in half.
My uncle said the entire country was affected.
Yeah, and it was violent. And it came on quick. It wasn't like one of these rumbles that continued. It was like a little rumble, and then it just. I mean, have you seen the one from the airport in the mall?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
The church spire that fell, that's from my grandfather's town of Manizales.
No way, really?
My cousin went to college in Pereira, which is, where the movie Encanto, that's where Encanto is set. This is the coffee region of Colombia with the huge tall palm trees and the beautiful mountains. There's actually 3 different mountain ranges. Thankfully, her college friends are okay. She was able to hear from them. But from Cali to Medellin to Chocó, every single city in Colombia has been affected by this earthquake.
Bad stuff, man.
Yeah, like I said, rescue efforts underway to find survivors who may be trapped under the rubble of collapsed buildings. I don't know if you've seen the video. They're showing it on the news now of them pulling a 6-month-old baby from the rubble, which was one of those miracles you're happy to see. Like I said, shaking was felt as far away as Bogota, Cali, and neighboring Ecuador and Panama. Closer to home, heat advisories cover nearly all of the Sunshine State today as dangerous heat and humidity grip the state. National Weather Service says, how many of Florida's 67 counties are under advisories, you guys?
64.
Oh, I was going to go 65.
62. But 62 out of 67 counties are under advisories, with heat index values expected to climb as high as 112 in some areas. The last time I checked, we were at 110.
98 degrees on my thermometer in my truck when I left the house today.
It was hot.
Yeah, it's so hot.
It feels like extra hot.
It does. It totally does today, because over the weekend I noticed, I go, oh, this isn't so bad. Yeah, that was the cloud cover for the rain clouds.
Right.
You know, but today it was like, man, it's scorching.
I know, and you noticed it like as I was hearing some local news anchors talk about dropping kids off this morning at 8 o'clock. Already felt like you were sitting in a sauna. The Florida Division of Emergency Management says high pressure is unfortunately limiting thunderstorm coverage. That's going to allow temperatures to soar, despite a chance of isolated to scattered afternoon storms. Right now, we're at 96 with a feels like of 108.
Wow.
The National Hurricane Center is increasing the chances for tropical development in the Atlantic. Senior hurricane specialist Richard Pash says a tropical depression will likely form later this week as the system moves westward across the central tropical Atlantic.
We have a 70% chance, which is, it's a high chance of becoming at least a tropical depression, but, it could become a tropical storm. That's within 7 days.
If it strengthens into a tropical storm, i.e. gets to 39 miles per hour wind strength, it would be named Cristobal, the third name of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. And despite forecasts calling for a below normal season, officials are again reminding Floridians even a quieter hurricane season can still bring significant threats.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of significant threats, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier, get it right, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
It's Uthmeier.
Yeah.
He's
all about
Show title 32654, Jack, write it down.
He's looking out for
Oh, yeah, looking out for us.
There we go.
Oh, that has never been truer.
Lord.
It's all about us.
Need it on a t-shirt now. All right. Well, Uthmeier is reportedly demanding that the New York Times release 6 years worth of records to prove.
What does he want? Wordle results?
To prove. He wants that upper hand.
I can't solve this puzzle, damn it.
You can't blame him, Jack.
I didn't cheat.
6 years worth of records to prove the company is running smoothly and Florida assets are not at risk. The Tampa Bay Times says Uthmeier has sent a 28-page letter. Like, who has the time to read 28 pages?
Didn't he threaten to sue the WNBA because somebody got fouled hard? I'm kind of serious on that.
I just remember him going after the NFL and now the MLB.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, why not the WNBA, right? Right? Get all the patches. Let's see. Detailing a 28-page letter detailing 4 instances since 2020 in which the New York Times issued corrections or faced pushback over published articles or opinion pieces. Uthmeier is a trustee and legal counsel for the State Board of Administration that oversees Florida's pension fund, and it also owns about 160,000 shares of New York Times stock. A spokesman for the New York Times tells the Herald Times the demand is a disguised attempt, quote, to chill First Amendment protected journalism, end quote, and says it will respond.
Yeah, they tried this with Target, and of course that went nowhere, and they didn't bother with Tesla when Tesla did the whole, when Elon did the whole Doge thing, and then Tesla started eating it because people started kind of fighting back on that. I was like, well, are they going to do it with Tesla? Because the Teachers Fund, by the way, the union fund, is also heavily invested in Tesla. But not a word was ever said about that.
And I remember you actually reached out.
Wrote them twice.
Yeah, you were the first to point out that hypocrisy.
Yeah. It was crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, you're going after Target, but you're not going after Tesla? Their stock is down like crazy. And the teachers' pensions are also invested in that, but no letter to them.
And you did what most people say they want to do and will do, but never actually get to do.
And I resent it, never received a response at all. By the way,
color me shocked.
He did threaten to charge WNBA players with assault following a foul on Sophie Cunningham.
All right. Meanwhile,
Florida's going crazy.
Florida's chief financial officer and fire marshal claims emergency services won't suffer budget cuts if voters pass Amendment 3 in November. CFO Blaise Ngolia says local governments should not cry poverty.
I will tell you that there's more than enough money to go around. I believe there is.
You believe?
I do not know if this property tax referendum is going to pass. But I do know this, is that the issue of affordability and high property taxes is not going away.
The Save Our Homes referendum aims to raise homestead exemptions to lower property taxes. And again, Ngoli admitted he wasn't sure if at least 60% of Florida voters would approve Amendment 3. But I know it's concerning when the person who seems to be championing it the most says, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe.
I believe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
My horoscope says.
I'm sure it's all going to be okay.
I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure.
Almost positive.
All right. Over on the Space Coast, a man has died after he was hit while riding an e-scooter in Melbourne. The accident happened early Sunday morning near Croton Road and McKinley Avenue. That's your old stomping grounds, isn't it, Jack?
I am familiar.
Authorities say the driver of a Jeep Cherokee tried to avoid the scooter but was unable to. The victim's name hasn't been released, but anyone who may have witnessed the accident is asked to come forward, which means the Jeep Cherokee tried, couldn't, and then just drove away.
Wow. That's bad, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, you can't hit somebody and leave.
You really shouldn't.
Especially when they wind up,
Regardless of whose fault it is, it only gets worse when you leave.
It does.
for sure.
And especially now because there are enhanced penalties if you leave the scene of a hit-and-run crash.
But fortunately, there's not a lot of cameras out there filming every move we make. Flock what?
Exactly.
Flock you.
Yeah.
Flock you.
What the flock?
Another show title.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, talks are underway in Orlando to put some restrictions on e-bikes and e-scooters. The city council held a workshop yesterday to discuss banning them on sidewalks and limiting them to 15 miles an hour on bike paths. Police Chief Eric Smith says there have been almost 50 crashes with injuries this year, including more than 20 hit and runs.
Ooh.
More than 20 hit and runs.
It sounds like a sport.
Yeah.
Is this a game they're playing that I know about?
That's someone with an agenda.
Is this an online thing I've been caught on to yet?
I don't know. Don't say it.
Is this the latest TikTok trend?
I hope not.
All right.
He also says most problems involve juveniles. Shocker.
Yeah.
Mayor Buddy Dyer isn't in a hurry for a new ordinance, though. He tells the Orlando Sentinel he'd rather wait and see how the first month of school goes before doing anything.
There you go.
All right, speaking of school, another 18 Florida school districts are opening their doors today as the new academic year continues to roll out across the Sunshine State. Students return to class in counties including Clay, Collier, Lee, Pinellas, and Polk. One day after 38 districts began the school year on Monday. Most of the remaining districts will start classes on Wednesday and Thursday, with Miami-Dade and Pasco counties among the last to return. Families, don't forget, you can still take advantage of Florida's back-to-school sales tax holiday, which runs through August 20th. And back to Orange County in schools. Orange County is investing millions of dollars in road safety near schools. That includes adding new sidewalks, improving lighting, and redesigning roads. More than 115 safety improvements have been completed through the county's Accelerated Transportation Safety Program.
Okay.
The county's goal is to make walking, biking, and driving safer for kids and families. Get that fund spent now before it all goes away.
We've done a good job with that, right? Because for a while there, we were like one of the most dangerous places to ride a bike or walk in the nation, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Best Foot Forward is the campaign that consistently Orlando has been ranked as the most dangerous city for pedestrians. As well as cyclists. Yeah.
That's why I ride I'll ride next to the bike path on the sidewalk.
Thank you.
It's not as smooth, but it's safer.
But until they put up like some kind of, even if it's just a minor barricade, there has to be something more than a painted line.
Correct.
To ride your bike on any Central Florida road. It's just simply too dangerous.
If there's a little curb, just when your tires hit that, it'll force you to put down your phone and pay attention to where you're steering.
I drive down those roads that have those little bike paths, and I think to myself, there's a bike path, and then there's 1 foot of grass, and then there's a 3.5 foot wide piece of concrete that is awesome to ride your bike on. Why in the hell would you opt to ride that close to automobiles going 40 or 50 miles an hour in the world of cell phones?
I was just about to say.
Why would you roll those life dice every single time you hopped on that thing and rode on one of those bike lanes? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
And that is the trade-off there. And for safety, it's not as smooth a ride, especially on the concrete with the seams and then the curbs. And when you get to the streets, it's a much smoother ride on the road, but it's just a lot more dangerous.
It's just too, especially like Jimmy said, in the age of cell phones, you just have to assume everyone around you is too distracted to be on a bike.
Now, is it smoother than the ride in the ambulance? Or
That now I can speak from experience, and that ride is pretty smooth as well.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And you get to go fast.
Yay.
Cheap.
Be on the lookout for bears in Orange County. Some Ocoee residents say they recently saw 1 to 2 black bears.
Oh, I thought you meant big gay dudes.
No, in Arden Park.
I was like, they're everywhere in Orlando. I don't know. What's the story?
Right, exactly. That's the story.
Yeah, you just look for the black tank tops.
No incidents have been reported, and the FWC says the bears are probably just looking for food, because there's so much wildland left for them. Right. Residents should stay away, keep your pets indoors, and secure your trash.
Mm-hmm.
All right, SpaceX is launching another batch of Starlink satellites from Florida Space Coast. A Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station right around noon, 11:58, I believe. It was carrying 29 Starlink satellites into orbit. The launch came after SpaceX scrubbed Monday's attempt and moved the mission to today.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there today.
It was beautiful out there. Yeah. Great day for a launch.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We launch a lot when you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
It's another launch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That would have happened before Apollo 13.
Yeah. It's so
Everyone's
crazy.
like, another launch.
Yeah, I was going to play golf like a couple weeks ago when we were driving down the road. My buddy and I were like, oh, yeah, check it out. There was a launch today.
Yeah.
I mean, did you just see the trail? And
I
you see
know.
the little dot? I was like, oh, I'll be damned. There's a launch today.
No big deal.
If they ever get to that goal of 1,000 each, that'll be 3 a day. Is
I
that
know.
the noon launch? Or no, that's the 2 p.m. That's the 2 p.m.
Well, in case you did not know, tonight is the classic Field of Dreams game.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, the baseball game where they play it in the Iowa cornfields.
Yeah, that's cool, though.
Yeah, it is very cool.
I'm conflicted.
I know.
Why are you conflicted?
We're conflicted in our home as well.
Yankees played it, I think, 2 years ago, and then they were leading and lost with a walk-off hit, and it was great for the other team.
But was the game itself, did it have a cool vibe?
Yeah, until that moment.
No, shut up.
Now, are the Yankees playing again tonight?
They are not.
See, the Cubbies have a 6:45 game against the Commanders, so it's like, do we watch the Cubbies or do we watch the Field of Dreams
There's a
game?
bunch of corn. Big deal. Let's move on.
This guy's the worst.
Well, I bring you that because baseball legend Tommy John is stepping away from public life. He issued a farewell message through the New York Yankees as he deals with health issues at his Florida home.
This is me right now learning Tommy John is still alive.
You and me both, dude.
Man, I
They
thought
named
that guy.
a surgery after him.
Yeah,
I
in
know.
the 70s, dog.
Yeah.
The 83-year-old pitched for 26
Yeah.
seasons, winning 288 games. But like you guys just mentioned, he is best known for a groundbreaking elbow surgery that changed his game and would be named after him. After suffering a torn ligament in 1974, John became the first major league pitcher to undergo the procedure developed by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Frank Jobe, or Joby.
I don't know.
Job.
Job, returning to the mound and continuing his career for more than a decade. John thanked the doctor, saying the surgery has since saved the careers of countless pitchers, including some of the biggest stars in baseball today. Tommy is currently in hospice care.
Yeah, he was slippery, that fella.
At his home in Bradenton, Florida, and that's according to a Reuters report.
Really good slider, good changeup, pretty good little fastball. He was a good pitcher, man. Fun to watch.
But when I saw the name Tommy John, I'm like, are you talking about the surgery? I mean, and I was like, Tommy, he's still wow.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally, you guys can help me out with this. It's an NBA player, but a coveted Cooper Flag rookie card has been unboxed in Rhode Island. I've never heard of the player.
Oh, yeah. It's big time. Came out, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Or-
a couple years.
Well, the one of one autograph card with a jersey patch
Right, yeah.
Ooh.
from Flag's NBA debut was pulled on Monday night during a live stream at a card store in North Kingstown, Rhode Island.
And by the way, even if you're not a card collector, okay, even if you're not, find one or two of these live box openings and watch them. It is a blast. It is hard to explain. Watching 13 and 14-year-old kids rip through packs and find cards that are worth $300, $400, $500. Some of them hit it real big. It is so cool.
Well, sports memorabilia experts believe the card could fetch more than $1 million at auction. Meantime, the Dallas Mavericks are offering a, quote, bounty for the card, including premium season tickets for the next
10 years.
Lifetime.
32 years.
Damn. That must be his number or something.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Ouch.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Our friends from what?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, our friends from Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill up next.
Every day at Real Radio, we prove that we're human. Now it's your turn. What is this? Stool sample? Just send us a talk back with our free iHeartRadio app and prove that you're guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
We're watching out for a few showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of our Tuesday. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Won't be a washout, but a couple of those storms could produce frequent lightning as well as torrential rain and brief gusty winds, so we'll have to watch out for that. You may have to switch the wipers on during the evening drive. We'll see those fade away during the overnight with temperatures falling back into the middle and upper 70s, staying warm, staying muggy. Then for our hump day, also watching out for a disturbance to bring some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Still hot, still humid as highs surge back into the middle and upper 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call solves it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at Advanced Air Home Services. Putting off fixing electrical problems in your home can be a real hazard. Visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to take care of your electrical problems today. Advanced Air Home Services. License EC 13010897.
Man, there's one thing I know for sure. Your health is your wealth. And with August being National Wellness Month, now is a perfect time to visit our friends over at Life Imaging. Yeah, your best investment is your health. Make August the month you stop wondering and start knowing. Heart disease and many cancers will also often develop silently. That means no symptoms. So don't wait until you feel unwell to take control of your health. Feeling healthy doesn't always mean you're healthy, and early detection can truly save lives. Prevention is the best form of wellness. Nobody knows that better than our friends over at Life Imaging, and that's why I make it so easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. That's pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. Remember, you don't need to wait for this. Get your free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hurricane season is here, and Solar Source wants to make sure that your home is ready, because with Solar Source, you get more than energy savings. You get that, but you also get strength you can trust. As Florida's oldest solar provider since 1984, Solar Source designs systems built to withstand Florida's toughest storms. Now, if you already have solar and it's not working great, their expert service team at Solar Source can repair any system, no matter who installed it, and get it performing like new. Solar Source, trusted by over 75,000 Central Florida homeowners, plus NASA, Disney, and Legoland. Go to solarsource.com. Go there today. Unlock exclusive savings. It's Solar Source. Power you can rely on, even when the storm hits.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let me tell you something. These events are some of my favorite that we've ever done. You guys give it up good loud for Adrian and Tella from Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill. Yay! Yo, man, we do these Sip and Savor events and have been doing them for damn near 10 years now. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Wow. Like 3 a year for 10 years almost. We've been doing this since 2017 or 18. I think we've been at it. And these have been like some of the best events I've ever been a part of because of the quality. You know, the Rosen Hotel, that's where the Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill is, only really steps up and provides unbelievable experiences and does it at a price that is unreal. Matter of fact, I remember a couple times ago, one of the vendors could not believe that this was under $100. They could not believe it. Tella, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing very well today.
Good
Thank
to see
you for
you.
the invitation again.
Always good to see you, buddy. And, of course, our friend Adrian here as well. And if you haven't been out to Harry's Sip and Savor and tried one of these events and done one of these events, it just truly is an amazing event. What you get here is 7 courses, and you get them paired up with cocktails.
Yeah.
And this time, the cocktails are provided by Pernod Ricard.
Yes, our friends with Pernod Ricard did a great job with the pairings this time around. There's a lot of fun happening.
Yeah, there is a lot of fun.
Is there any more old-fashioned?
I think you had them all
Yeah.
today.
And you know the other thing I love about this event is that there's a reception cocktail. That's the best thing. So as everybody kind of mills around and waits for the restaurant to open and go in, you're poolside, you're outside, it's beautiful. You got steel drums playing, and then you get this beautiful adult. Is it Maguire?
I think that's how you pronounce
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
Chef.
a smoky melon spritz because that is a not a tequila but
It's a mezcal.
It's a mezcal,
Yes.
right?
So it's the smokiness from the mezcal and the brightness and sweetness from the melon really balances out, and so it's a nice way to start the evening. Refreshing, a little bit to start the night.
It's a little strong there. Yeah, I like that.
Maybe.
Okay, course one is the smoked trout cake. We had that a little bit earlier, quinoa and a coconut curry hollandaise. It's served with a Garden Collins from Monkey 47. A fabulous, by the way, this is a really cool dish because this sauce, Tella, is a tiny bit sweet. But with that smoky fish and that cocktail, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that will, it's, the smokiness stay to get salty. So we put a sweet element, tropical restaurant. Coconut.
All right, exactly.
Gotta be coconut.
It's tropical restaurant coconut. Yeah. Move on. The second course is the crispy duck, and what we've done is we've taken a leg and a thigh. We crisp that up real nice. We serve that with this ginger sweet potato, Brussels sprouts, and this honey orange glaze. Serve that with a golden orchard margarita, and it's an absolute perfect dish. Even if you freak out about duck, this is delicious. It eats like dark meat chicken, but it does have a little bit more fat. Would you agree with that, Tella?
Yes, yeah. But this time we did sous vide, and then we pan fry it, so it's nice and crispy.
Yeah.
So all the fat is not really like soggy fat. It's like crispy, like chicharron.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason I love duck is because it does have that little bit of fat in there, like dark meat chicken. But I think even it's got a silky kind of texture to it, which is absolutely delicious. And the reason when we did the leg and the thigh is because when you do the duck breast, some people kind of freak out. You cook duck like medium rare. And people have been told, when you cook birds, you got to cook them all the way through.
Like poultry, they want to treat like poultry.
Yeah, not like that with
but
duck.
Once you overcook the duck breast, it don't taste the same.
Yeah, it does not taste the same. But this is a wonderful dish, absolutely wonderful. We did not get to try your sorbets, but I think that's where you sell yourself short. The sorbets are absolutely delicious.
With a little basil in it.
A little melon and basil.
Melon and basil, yes.
Are you doing the compressed watermelon for it?
Yes. As a garnish.
Yeah. So good. And then we have some grilled sirloin with smoked salt and espresso rub, scalloped potatoes, and an oyster soy reduction. It also comes with a little piece of asparagus there. This is when it was paired up with Jack's Old Fashioned.
The Jefferson Midnight Old Fashioned, yes, please.
No, he paired that with every dish.
Yeah, I did. Well, every dish after that, I had the Old Fashioned.
Right. He paired that with his lips.
Yeah, he did.
They're absolutely wonderful. I love the idea of using sirloin. Sirloin has a good little fat content in there that filet does not. And when you get a really good crisp on the outside, you get that Maillard effect that gives that beautiful kind of seared beef flavor. Absolutely delicious with the espresso rub as well.
Oh, yeah, and there's a little teeny bit of espresso in that old fashioned too to help balance everything out. So
Yeah. So
really nice.
good. And then let's talk about what I think.
This was a fun moment today.
So we actually put a video up on our Instagram that you can go check out right now of me tasting this dish. So I've eaten your food 100 times, and that is not an exaggeration. 100 plus times I've eaten dishes that you've made over our relationship and over our business relationship. This seared halibut dish with the parsnip puree, the saffron flan, and the passion fruit and dragon fruit salsa is one of the best things you've ever made that I've eaten.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you very much.
one of the most exceptional, if not the most exceptional fish dish I've ever eaten. And that is not spoken lightly, dude. That is one of the best composed bites I've had in years. It is absolutely delicious, dude.
Bro, thank you.
If I paid to come to this event and all I did was eat 5 of those, I would be out of my mind happy. It's worth that dish alone. And then you get into this damn pecan bread pudding thing you have.
Oh my gosh, that's great, Chef.
With the mascarpone and banana brulee, a little caramel sauce.
You brulee the bananas with brown sugar and butter. Turn those up, and then you make this gorgeous this cake, the bread pudding, and then you have the pecans with the brown sugar and the butter, and then the caramel sauce. And you serve it with a cocktail made with the caramel sauce.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
We had 5 courses, and for me, each course kept getting better. It was just fantastic.
And of course, Deborah's over here munching on her bread pudding as we speak. What'd you think about this stuff? It's really incredible, right?
You know what I was the most impressed by is I don't normally eat duck. And I tore through.
I was very surprised too because I see you eating the dog. I have my concern that you might not even taste it.
Oh yeah,
and I was looking at it.
And I ate that thing like it owed me money.
That's so funny. I heard Deborah try to whisper because Deborah's very proper. I heard Deborah at the end of the table going, "Can I eat this with my hands?"
Well, I wanted to pick up the salt,
sirloin.
the salt and espresso crusted. I was trying to eat like a lady, but what I really wanted to do was eat it like a Snickers bar.
Can eat it how you want.
should have.
Yeah.
We're all friends. No judgment here.
But seriously, I mean, for those who like, I don't eat duck, I don't like duck, try it. Do these sip and savors because, Chef, I mean, it was fantastic. I was turning the bone over to see if I'd left any meat.
All right, let's just do this count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cocktails and 5 dishes. $80.
You can't get better than
No,
that.
you cannot.
$80. The cocktails alone would cost you $80. It's like the food is free. That's how good of a deal. And that's why these things sell out so fast every time. You will not anywhere in Orlando find a pairing or tasting menu under $100 that offers even a third of what these are offering. You can find $80, but it's 3 of these or 2 of these, and that's it.
It's amazing. The value you are getting here and the quality of the food is just next level. But that value, I've been going out to eat. I don't go out often because it can be expensive. This is a great deal.
Oh my gosh, you can't get better than this.
Yeah.
You could not go to a restaurant anywhere in town and get this much food and this much good drink and not have to put at least 3-4 bills on your credit card.
And I got to tell you something, guys. Magical's coming up, and I know you guys are going to be part of Magical as well. This particular tasting dish, we talk about great food all the time. Fayez comes on, we talk about great food in the city. This is an opportunity to get multiple proteins with multiple sides, multiple angles at a great chef making incredible food, paired up with one of the most reputable liquor distributors in all of the nation for under $100. It is simply unbelievable. If you want to make your reservations, could not be easier. 407-996-3970. That's the phone number. Or if you just go to harryspoolside.com/Harry's Sip and Savor, you can find it there. I strongly suggest you book if you want to go. We're already more than half full as we sit here. I think we have about 20 seats left or so.
Just about, yes.
About 20 seats left at $80. It is an unbelievable deal. It's coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday, the 15th.
That's right. So get on board. It's again harryspoolside.com, Harry Sip and Savor. It is 6 courses with cocktails paired. You also get a reception cocktail and you get a sorbet as well. again, the experience is unbelievable. The people who come to this event are crazy cool, and the room is full of life from the instant everybody sits down.
It's a lot of fun.
It is so much fun. And I'll tell you something else, too. These people who pour these cocktails aren't stingy. Aren't stingy. Once they're kind of in the room, let them get a couple in them themselves and just hit them up or something. They'll come over and give you a little bit more.
So you're saying that that Jefferson Midnight Old Fashioned will be free flowing there? Let's go. Let's go.
Again, that's 407-996-3970. You can actually just call the hotel if you want there. But I think the best way to do it is go to harryspoolside.com/Harry's Sip and Savor. Book your reservation. Again, only 20 seats left. It's $80. They have a parking discount as well. Yep. And you also run hotel discounts if you want to come over and stay.
There's a hotel discount if you book with the Sip and Savor that gets you a spa discount as well. You can make a whole staycation weekend out of it. We'd love to have everybody over.
And no resort fees and complimentary Wi-Fi.
That's absolutely correct.
Can't lose. Again, that's 407-996-3970 or harryspoolside.com. Harry's Sip and Savor. Guys, try this menu. Simply unbelievable. Always good seeing you guys.
Thanks so much.
Good night for the guys from Harry's Sip and Savor. Yay! Love you guys. You're absolute best. Thanks, Tella. Incredible job, guys. Incredible job, guys.
Expect a lot of people to come over, right?
Yeah, man. Always.
Good.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with What You Do That's New.
Real Radio wants to send you on your next vacation with Bert Kreischer. You and a guest could win a balcony cabin for 4 nights aboard Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded at Sea. Download our free iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio your #1 preset and click the contest page to enter. From Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash blocking all lanes on Orange Avenue southbound between Michigan Street and Holden Avenue. The right lane's still blocked on the express lanes of I-4 westbound before Lee Road. I believe the on-ramps to the express lanes are still blocked around that area. School's back in session, so expect the roadways to be a little bit busier than usual. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
When it comes to buying or selling in Central Florida, local knowledge matters. And that's why you need to call the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Nickley Group knows the local neighborhoods, schools, market trends, and all of those little details that can make a huge difference. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you can trust the Nickley Group for exceptional service, expert guidance, and outstanding results. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area.
We come to you, quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500, plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CummonsRecall.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Colbert crew, it's Sarah. What's going on, guys? I'm so excited. I have some positive news for you this time. I was one of 11 associates we picked to stay and open a brand new green grocery store, and I'm super excited. I'm trying to go back into management, and I'm going to have a lot of big wigs there, keeping an eye on me, and I'm super excited for the opportunities. This is my second grand open, and I'm so excited. All right, bye guys.
That's cool, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks for sharing. Congratulations, man. All right, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us at 77031. That's a talkback. You can leave that as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack.
I just wanted to make a correction. I, during JCS News, had said that the Field of Dreams game was taking place tonight between the Twins and the Phillies. I believe it is actually Thursday.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thursday
13th.
night. Yeah. August 13th. Sorry about that.
We're going to fine you for that.
Come on, Deb.
Get out of here with that.
Phillies and White Sox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the old White Sox.
Pope Leo's team.
That's right.
Yeah, his brother's a big fan, right? Are they both
he
big
is.
fans?
They both are, yeah.
He was, and and they used to really stink, but they've been doing much better.
Oh, have they really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right, very good.
Ever since they got that papal blessing.
I was going to say, it pays to have the Pope on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, look what he did for the Seahawks.
Oh, come on.
Right?
Too soon.
All right, let's do what you did that's new.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey, if we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right. Thanks, Clausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash called Clausman. Of course, we'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. Until then, right now, one of the members of the show will choose something for the others to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that, reconvene, go over that, and then choose the next person. We got Deb today, and we'll find out what Jack has to offer in a little bit. Deborah?
Yeah, so I picked a little over 13-minute video with this guy. His moniker is the Americano.
Yeah, the Americano.
Moved 5,000 miles away to move to Colombia and talked about 10 things that Colombians had taught him that Americans had forgotten.
Right, yeah.
Things like the goodbye that never ends.
Right.
The birthday text, you know.
Well, walking into a room and not going, as an American, not going, hey, everybody.
Right.
And then have everybody look up and go, hey, Jim, and then go right back to their conversations or phones. You in Colombia go to every single person at the party. You make eye contact, you shake hands, kiss on the cheek, and you do that how many ever times, how many people are there?
Yep. Exactly.
It can take you an hour to get into the party.
It takes you an hour to leave a party.
Right.
There is no Irish exit. There is no French leave.
Yeah. He's 100% right. He did very well on this video. He's very good on camera.
Yeah.
At talking about this, and he talked. He started it with the coldness, like being referred to as cold because of the happy birthday text. And who is not guilty of it? I did it to my brother-in-law last Saturday. Just happy birthday, bro. And thanks. And that's it.
That's it.
And if you look at our text chain over the years, it's happy birthday, bro.
Oh,
thanks.
Everybody's
Happy birthday,
got
bro.
that one, right?
Thanks. Yes.
Everybody's got that text. So you go back and you make that text, and you just see for the last 10 years, that's the only time you've actually texted.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And he talked about in Colombia, that's a phone call, it's a conversation, it's real human connection.
It's a voice message. I mean, you'll get a 4-minute like my aunt will send me 2-3 voice messages. Like I'm like, just text it.
Will she really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because what they say is like when you leave a voicemail. Oh, I'm going to do that. When you leave a voicemail in Colombia, it's not like, hey, it's so-and-so, give me a call back when you get a chance. That's pretty much what all American voicemail are like, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Jim, call me back when you get a chance, whatever.
Where are you?
This
Call me.
This one's like, hey, I'm Jim. Hey, it's Jim. I had a flat tire today. And also I learned that when you soak your breadcrumbs, that your meatballs are better. And then you go on for 40 minutes, and apparently you have to listen to it.
Well, the part that I loved is that when he was right, he said, calling in America, calling in the United States right now is seen as aggressive.
Yes.
If you call without texting to make sure it's okay if
Something's
I call,
wrong.
we see that as a threat.
I have one sister who does it, and I'm like, I can't believe she's calling right now.
It's terrible. Whenever I get a call from Jack, I'm like, okay, we're done.
Well, if I'm calling without texting,
there's a problem. There's
and
a problem. Somebody's died, or our key badges are not going to work.
I can't wait the usual 6 to 12 hours for a response.
I can do this as the absolute truth, and I'm not dogging him. It's just the truth. I mean, because how it is. I can look down, and if it's Ross Padgett, I'll go to my wife. Ross isn't in today. He's not coming in today. He can't make it. Whatever.
So I had forwarded this on to my mom just to get her take, and she said it was funny. It made her laugh, and she said, and it's very real.
Yeah,
it's very true. Cute, funny, and true.
Well, I will tell you, I thought it was fascinating because these cultural differences, and I felt called out a little bit. I have to tell you,
we all should.
I felt called out because here's the thing: we've all done this, and and he said it perfectly. You're not that busy.
But
you're not that big. You can try to say that you're that busy, but in reality, you make time for stuff you enjoy doing. Like if you had to go play, if you want to go play poker, you can make 2 hours to make that happen.
Yep.
But you can't call that cousin you haven't talked to in a while on his birthday.
I think he fairly pointed out that the things that we call creating boundaries and being efficient is really part of the reason why we're so distant in this country, right?
Right.
Where you can drive through a neighborhood and maybe not see neighbors interacting with each other because we've just we've accepted that people don't want to interact with each other. Just like he said,
Right.
when you ask someone in the United States, how are you? The accepted greeting is fine. And you?
Yeah.
Good. You're done.
And, and he says in America, if you go on, it's considered rude.
Well, it's a breach of contract.
Like if I asked you, right, exactly. Like if I asked Jack, how you doing today, buddy? And he goes, you know what? Can we sit down for a sec?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, we cannot sit down.
And the other thing you say but don't mean is, can I get you anything?
Right.
Can I get you anything? If it's not no, it's like, all right.
Right, exactly. Now
Hang on.
imagine having one foot in each culture.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
Right?
That's where you were?
Well, that's where I'm at. That's where I am all the time. So my aunt was just recently in town from the island, and on the weekend she's looking at my mom like, "What the hell? Why isn't she over here?" My mom's like, "No, we don't do that."
Oh, in other words, you would just wake up and go straight to your parents' house?
Because my aunt is there. I don't get to see. I haven't seen her in like so many years. But in our way of life, weekends,
Right, yeah.
Like my mom never comes over without calling first.
Sure, yeah.
Where that's just culturally, it's just completely different.
Yeah.
But I felt called out in this video. But at the same time, I also recognize that the Colombian half of me.
Now, there's another part of this that actually intersects with another culture, I think, that does the same thing. And I'm not 100% sure I'm right here, but it says that if you walk into a house in Colombia, before you sit down, before anybody says anything, you are going to be offered food.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no. You could have literally walked in eating something, and you are not going to eat that food, right?
My mother has judged every person I've ever dated on how much food they've eaten. Seriously. And if you don't want seconds, there's a problem.
Right. And that's part of like the Italian culture is kind of like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Food is love.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Food is love.
So it's a simple video, right?
It is. It's very
it's
simple.
These 10 things, very simple, but I think it really underscores the meaning of life.
Yeah.
And really is... The meaning of life isn't to collect more things. It isn't to see how much money you can make. It's human connection, right?
Exactly.
It's how we connect to the living things around us. And it really points out these little 10 areas where you could actually have an opportunity every day to have a deeper human connection with other people, and using the Colombian culture as an example of how they are doing just that. Yeah, it might take a little more time and it might be a little awkward for you if you're not used to it, but ultimately it's about connecting with other human beings, which is really why I believe we're on the planet.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And the other thing, too, is kind of interesting.
It's the only thing we're going to be able to take with us.
And I agree, I kind of agree with that as well, but it is kind of interesting because, he attacks this other thing that I am so painfully guilty of is this. If I see Jack in the hallway, what's up, boss?
Oh,
I
thought of all of us.
What's up, partner? What's up? What's up, buddy? In Colombia, you don't say those things. You say, how you doing, Jack?
Yes.
How you doing, Deborah? How you doing, Frank? How
Jim?
you doing, Jim? How you doing, Celine? How you doing? You say the name. You make eye contact. You hug. You give a hug or a firm handshake, and you.
Now you guys keep that in mind next time I want to give you a hug.
I thought about you a lot during this.
I bet you did.
I thought about those hugs.
Squishies. So squishy. Anyway.
That's my gift.
I should have done that, maybe. No, we're good. But yeah, so that's another thing. Is like I am guilty
From
of
Colombian culture to squishies, but all right.
Because here's the thing: what they assume is you don't know their name. Like if you do that in Colombia, that means you do not know their name, and that's rude. You never refer to somebody as something other than their name.
But what that does is it points out that over here we use the excuse of being so busy as a reason to not pay attention when someone gives you their name. And I'm as guilty of this as anyone. You're racking your brain trying to remember, and it's not lost on anyone when you call them a quote unquote nickname that it's because you don't remember their name.
Right. Yeah.
But when he mentioned that, I was like, wow, you're right. Yeah. That does have impact to be called your name.
The nicknames, he dropped like 3 nicknames. I use every single one of them.
I do too. Every one of them. I'm like, he's going to say this next. And he said it. I'm like, damn, I am that guy. I am the Americano. And the other thing, too, that he mentioned that I thought was fascinating as well is, and I don't know about you guys, I think, Deborah, you probably carry some of this. I don't know if Jack does. I have a very, very, very difficult time asking for help. right? And they say that in that culture, if you call somebody up and said, hey, I have to do this or whatever, there's no can you come over and help? Before you hang the phone up, that person will have already walked to your house to help.
With a machete and a shovel.
Not asking
and no questions.
Not asking for anything.
A
Not doing
machete
anything.
and a shovel and no questions. Where are we going, Poppy?
In other words, you're never a burden to anybody in Colombia. You never are a burden. When you ask for, you don't feel like you're bothering somebody, and I have that in spades. Like if I do need help, it will be the last thing I will do to call somebody I know to ask for it because I feel like I'm bothering them.
Well, once it is healed, Colombia is a country you should visit because they'll show you what it means to walk into a room and people actually light up and be happy to see you rather than be like, oh God, what's he going to ask for
That's
now?
awesome. And this was a really, really good choice. This guy's very good. I agree with Jack.
I thought he was funny.
It's quick. It's very informative. It doesn't talk down to you. Just basically saying, hey, here's what I've learned. It's been really very interesting. And he also does some events and stuff. He kind of does a little plug in the middle of it. Like they do some eating events if you're there or whatever.
Like a meet and greet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's making his best life in Colombia.
That's
really
what he's doing.
Did it not shock you that to reserve a table it was $7, but if you wait, it's going to be $8?
What do you got for us next week?
So I've been watching a lot about EVs, specifically Chinese-made EVs, and how over the past 10 years or so they've been moving into the market and quite dominating it.
Oh, yeah.
I watched some longer videos. I found one sub 5 minutes for you guys.
Wow.
CBS Sunday Morning did a report. It's about 4.5 minutes long, but it's about the Chinese EVs pull into the lead, and it's just more about the EV industry and how what's changing in China and how they're approaching the electric vehicles.
Very good. You can see that the What'd You Do That's new tab at JimColbertLive.com, plus all the other stuff is right there. Check it out. It's awesome. Good job, guys. 407-916-1041. Amy Sweezy next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
What'd you do that's new? Brought to you by Glenn Klossman. KLESNANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman. KlossmanLaw.com.
Bye.
Real radio is guaranteed human. If you are too, then leave us a talkback message on the free iHeartRadio app.
Like a blood oath.
Yeah, kinda.
Yes!
But with our voices.
Aww.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Looks like that crash is cleared up and traffic's starting to get by southbound on Orange Avenue near Michigan Street. Just look out for emergency crews still in the area. Look out for a crash on I-4 eastbound near Darrell Carter Parkway off to the shoulder. An accident on Winter Garden Vineland Road at Piquette Road. A crash on Goldenrod Road at Lake Underhill. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One.
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
We all love the idea of whiter teeth. The sensitivity that can come from whitening treatment? Not so much. Sensodyne Clinical White actively whitens your teeth without the wince. Try Sensodyne Clinical White today. Proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Hi, I'm Rick Singh. Orange County deserves a clerk's office that puts people first, better customer service, modern technology, and easier access to service you rely on every day. I'm Rick Singh, and I bring a proven track record, 5-star reviews back to the clerk's office. I respectfully ask for your vote.
Because experience matters. On August 18th, vote Rick Singh for Orange County Clerk of Court.
Political advertisement paid for and approved by Rick Singh, Democrat, for Orange County Clerk of Court.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Have no fear, RC Hill is here with my super solution sale. Mitsubishi's under 20 grand and 6 grand more for your trade at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
trade like a superhero. Get up to $6,000 overbook value for any trade. $6,000 more. And your new vehicle is invincible with a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. Stuck in a web of bad credit? I've got your super solution. If you got a job and a dime, you ride. Every vehicle one dime down. Defeat high interest rates with 0% financing for 72 months. 0%. Acres of new Mitsubishis with a multiverse of used cars, all makes, all models. Get up to $6,000 more for your trade. 0% for 72 months. And Mitsubishi's under $20,000. Grab a dime and swing on over to my Super Solution Sale at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just 2 miles off I-4, rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Plus tax and tag to qualified buyers. See dealer for terms.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car. But there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Skip the hassle of constant cleaning and costly repairs and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. One of our clients, Chris, said, Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allowed us to sell our 16-year-old home without having to spend thousands on repairs, and the whole process was fast. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Pull-up a chair to At the Table, the food allergy podcast. Each episode, we'll explore how food allergies shape the way we travel, date, celebrate, and connect. Because living with food allergies isn't just about what you can't eat. It's about still having your seat at the table. Brought to you by Genentech and Novartis. Listen to At the Table, the food allergy podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow At the Table and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Jim and crew. I love it when you have Amy Sweezy on there. She's a cutie, and also she's got a great personality. It's always a good time. Get her on there more.
I agree, sir. She is a sprite, if she's anything.
Sprite.
A sprite. No, you turn it off. There you go. There we go.
I'm not good at radio.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us
You can turn mine on,
77031.
too.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Good and loud for one of our favorite people in the entire city, Miss Amy Sweezy.
Thank you.
The Squeeze. Oh, turn your headphones up over there on the right.
What
there.
am I doing
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, hold on. I need help.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
wait, I can hear myself now. Thank you, Jack.
Sure.
I'm not good at this radio thing. I got to be reminded every time I come in here. What buttons do I push?
TV's got to be 15 times as hard. TV has to be 15 times harder than radio.
But once you're used to it,
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the same in this industry.
Yeah.
Like, if we went into a TV studio, we wouldn't know the first button to push.
Talking in front of a green wall and pointing to someone and be, I just crushed Cocoa Beach.
While you have another person talking in your ear saying you've got 30 seconds, wrap it up.
And you're clicking to change the screen.
And by the way, if you do want to see Amy in studio, you can do that. JimColbertLive.com. You can go right to the camera or realradio.fm/watch. That goes right to our YouTube channel. And that's actually part of what we're talking about today. I was rolling through Facebook this morning and always looking for something to get fun people in on the program. And I was like, I saw Amy Sweezy and I saw a thing called the Florida Weather Authority. I said, I've not heard of the Florida Weather Authority. What is this all about? I see Tom Sorrells. I see another gentleman,
Rob Iker,
that I remember from years and years ago. And that's exactly what you guys have done. Three of the most, the most trusted voices in weather in Central Florida for the last 2-3 decades have joined forces. How did this come about?
you know what? We're so excited. And I'm so happy that you saw it on Facebook because we've only been around a couple of weeks. We just got started. We started making videos and recording videos on July 1st. And then we went public with it just a few weeks later. So it's only been 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We all have been friends for decades. I met Tom Sorrells 2 weeks after I moved to town in 2002. So we've been friends forever. Our families get together, we do happy hour, we do lunches. Rob Iker also, he worked at Fox 35, he worked at Channel 6, he worked at Spectrum, News 13, and now he is a professor at Embry-Riddle over in Daytona Beach.
Wow.
He leads the meteorology department, the communication department there. So basically the students who are studying weather at Embry-Riddle and want to do broadcasting for a career. So we figured the three of us, we've talked about it for a long time. Now that Tom is not in TV anymore, I'm not doing full-time TV. I do still freelance with Spectrum, News 13. We all just were like, hey, we should do this.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the future.
Is that something that never leaves you? That's kind of interesting to me because, you guys weather seems like something you do. Okay, well, I can go do weather, so I'll do that, or I'll go do this, or whatever. It's kind of, so it just never left your blood. You've always kind of had it in there.
I think with weather specifically. With news, I think you go do the job. With weather, I think it is who you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Working the morning show, which is what, of course, I did for 18 years, and waking up at 2 a.m. That I just couldn't do that anymore, and it started to become a chore.
Right, yeah.
And weather wasn't fun anymore.
Right.
I knew that if a tornado was coming or a hurricane was coming, that just meant more hours, more time away from my family.
Sleeping at the station.
Yes, overnight. It was just not fun. And so now that I'm removed from that part of it, the business part of it, and now we can just kind of get back to doing what we love, which is talking about the weather and
you're not bound by and I'm not going to say stodgy, but you're not bound by those same rules of broadcast television where you have to kind of present yourself in a certain way. You have to be in a suit. You have to say and do the right things. Now you can kind of be more like yourself. And I know you and Tom both, you guys are kind of who you are on television, but I think off the air, you're even more of that, I believe.
I think so. And I hope people can see that. Yeah, we're wearing T-shirts. And I still have to do my makeup. The guys don't. Wouldn't have to, but, I just.
There's just some things we can't let go.
Exactly.
So, and another thing that's interesting about weather, right? So, obviously local news has gone through some, crazy changes over the years and stuff. Sports is now 40 seconds. It's the Magic lost. That's it. No more sports is done. They've never done that with weather. Weather has always been one of the biggest draws in local news. And I think you guys are kind of capitalizing on that with a new opportunity and a new outlet for more information.
It is the number one reason that people watch local news, but we also are still so limited to the time.
Yeah.
We have 30 seconds. We have 2 minutes.
Right, yeah.
And being on the internet, we can talk for 8 minutes if we want, and then people can just watch what they want, pick and choose, say, oh, I want to hear about the tropics, or I'm interested in something more. There were so many times when we were on TV where we'd have afternoon thunderstorms, heat advisories, 3 things in the tropics, and so much going on, but we still only got our 2 minutes.
Right. And then you're talking about storm prep, that if that wasn't part of the normal broadcast, you guys had to cover that in in the allotted 4 or 5 minutes that you got. Of course, just eating up more of your time when you really wanted to warn people in certain areas about what they could be experiencing in just a short period of time.
Exactly. Yes. The afternoon thunderstorms and a hurricane on its way were always the biggest challenge.
Wow.
So now we can do that. The 3 of us, we get on the computer, we get on YouTube. That's our primary channel is YouTube. We are on social media. So please like us on Facebook, please.
Yes.
Find us on Twitter, X.
Yeah, Florida Weather Authority is what you're searching.
So, Amy, someone goes to the YouTube channel. Are you doing live reports every day? What time? How does it work?
So right now, because we are only 3 weeks old, we are kind of figuring out what we want to do. The cool thing is we can. And people can respond to us and say, hey, I'd like to see more of this or more of that. Because we're all based in Central Florida, we're kind of focusing on Central Florida right now, but obviously our name is Florida Weather Authority. So we do expand out. Like Tom Sorrells today did a forecast this morning, and he talked about the kids going back to UF. And so he did a Gainesville forecast. So yes, we are doing daily videos, but it's more, we really want to give people what they can't get on their weather app. Like you can open your weather app and see, okay, it's going to be 95 today. There's a heat advisory and there's a 40% chance of storms. But
that doesn't tell a story at all,
That
actually.
doesn't tell a story at all. And so that's what we're all really good at, we think, is telling a story, explaining things, kind of giving, more details and more in depth.
I have an idea, just because I feel the frustration and the confusion I have myself in talking about it. The Super El Nino.
Oh, gosh, which is really not a thing. There's no such thing as a Super El Nino, but one person, somewhere decided to give it a name.
Well, what the hell? That's what I was going for. That's what I'm going to do for Halloween.
Oh, well, you could. It's a perfect Halloween costume.
The Weather Authority has spoken.
Yes. However, yes, Super El Nino, see, it's even on my brain. El Nino is stronger, very strong, stronger than, maybe ever before, since we've been keeping records. But the title Super El Nino, it's not a meteorological term.
Plus, I think for a lot of folks is they think it's something we're experiencing now when having to read up on it, it's like, no, an El Nino thing is something that we get after the end of hurricane season through the holidays into January. Is that right?
We can, yes. It affects us during hurricane season by giving us fewer hurricanes, but it affects us in the winter in Florida by making our cold fronts stronger, and we get more severe weather and often tornadoes in the wintertime.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's you'll have a weird summer that'll be less active in the Atlantic Basin and less active there, but this winter is going to be cold and wet and maybe a little bit more active during the winter.
Which is a great time to start a digital weather channel on YouTube. Also, another thing that really inspired us, I think, is seeing what's out there. Back in the olden days, when we were all children, you could only get your news on the weather. Or you could only get your weather on the news. And now there's so many sources. And on YouTube, if you do just a quick, Florida weather on YouTube, you are going to get so many, shall I say, bozos. People who are just talking about weather. They have no meteorological background. They don't know what they're saying. They have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. They're making money hand over fist. And they...
With no accreditation.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of wild,
And all 3 of us, by the way, do have, we say that we're a digital team of dual certified meteorologists. All 3 of us have our certified broadcast meteorology affiliation with the American Meteorological Society, and we also have our seals, broadcast seals of approval from the National Weather Association.
And basically that allows you to read the radar information more accurately. Is that basically what that means?
Yes, it means that we forecast ourselves. We don't just rip and read it from somewhere else or go to the National Hurricane Center and get the information. I mean, we do, but that's just another source.
You know how to
help.
read it without having to have someone else translate it for you.
Right. Which line should I look at?
Yeah, because the meteorological degree, that's a tough degree to get.
It is. And all 3 of us worked really hard to get those.
Tom just paid his off, I heard.
And Rob has his doctorate, which is why he is Dr. Rob Eicher. Yeah.
Talking to Amy Sweezy. Of course, everybody knows who she is. They just started a new weather page on YouTube. It's called the Florida Weather Authority. Go up there, give these guys a subscribe and like, and of course, lean on these guys for great information. Now, I will tell you, this is my thing. I'm going to ask you something, and this is I'm not going to lump these 2 into what I think, but I'm sure I represent at least a portion of our audience when I say this. I believe, like, you know, when I hear the news and I hear all these people talking about their Dopplers and then all of the accreditation for the Doppler that comes after that, the crowd penetrating, you know, laser Doppler
Right.
you know, I assume like there's a room and then you have to key in and it's like the precogs in that Tom Cruise movie. They're laying in a vat of gel and they're just spitting out and you look into this magic ball. Are you guys going to have access to the technology that you had when you were television news?
Great question. Yes. Most of what the TV stations are using, it's available on the internet.
Oh, it is?
So, yes. So the graphics, some of it's free, some of it's a paid subscription. A lot of the weather maps, the modeling, the information, it comes from either private sites or it's just free on government sites. The National Hurricane Center, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. All of those bells and whistles are available to anyone. You just need to know where to find them and how to use them.
Yeah.
Some of the TV stations, though, I will say here locally in Orlando, they do have their own radar, but there's also other radars that are owned by the National Weather Service that we have access to that information that you guys have access.
Right, yeah.
And it feeds the app on your phone.
Awesome. Man, that's unbelievably cool.
Yeah, we're excited.
So have you, in all of your years, I mean, obviously, you know, we hear about these upgrades, you know, you see the tower of Channel 2 over there with the big ball on top and stuff, and it all looks great. So what are the best advantages or the greatest advancements in the technology for weather detecting that you've seen over your career?
Oh, my goodness.
I would think the hurricane
So
stuff,
many.
some of the new modeling stuff from
Yes.
hurricanes is unbelievably accurate, right?
Yes, and with AI, I know people get freaked out when you talk about AI, but some of the AI modeling has been really, really good. It's still kind of experimental in a lot of ways, but a lot of the forecasts have been very accurate as far as
direction.
The direction, but then also the intensity. And
Right,
intensity has always been a problem with figuring out how quickly a storm will intensify.
Wow.
Amy, will this Florida Weather Authority of yours have a map with like a little hurricane symbol that we can track it and move it along the map? Because those are the days I miss.
Yeah, we need toys. What are you doing?
Those are the days I miss.
Talk to us about your toys.
We could get you a piece of paper and you could draw with a Sharpie on it, you know.
A felt hurricane map with a little hurricane that you get to.
I knew a guy in a really high position that did that once.
Yeah.
No, that was a Sharpie.
So the goal is to just build this thing up and then have this be another stop for people who want that extra information on what's going to happen in their neighborhood. I do agree, dude. I got to tell you, the one thing that is very frustrating, and Deborah will tell you, and I think probably, again, everybody deals with this. You'll go on your app. Like I go on the weather radar and I'll look at it. I'm like, I'll tell my wife, oh my God, this blob is coming right at us.
Yep.
And then it'll get to our city, split in half, go around us, and then murder the city on the other side of us.
Right.
We're dry as a bone.
And that doesn't necessarily mean your app is wrong. It's just that's what happened to that little cell. Unfortunately, that does happen.
A lot around Mount Dora used to. We've been told it's because of the lakes, that when the weather systems move over the lakes, that it pulls the energy out of the storm, and I don't know. It just feels like sometimes Mother Nature hates us.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe, but also I can't speak for.
Why would you even say maybe? Why would you even say maybe? You know,
That's a good
she
question.
literally paused and said,
maybe.
I mean, I can't speak for Mother Nature. However, there are little microcosms of environments that do happen, little climate areas that does happen with, especially with water.
Go ahead, Jack.
Texter asking, they want to know if you can add a surf report to your channel.
You know, it's funny, before that guy mentioned that, I was like, that's a great idea. I mean, because, again, a lot of people go over there. We were over the beach this weekend. I kind of looked out. I'm like, surf's not bad today, you know?
Yeah, I think it would help if one of the three of us was actual surfers.
You can rip that off the
I
internet.
am not a surfer, but yeah, exactly. I can find the tide times for you real easy. But yes, no, I think, and this is what I love is that before, when we were all on TV, we had to do what the bosses said.
Right.
And we weren't really privy to the research from, they would keep that very guarded, all of the focus groups and the research. And we weren't allowed to know, who was number one, how we were doing.
How you're being perceived.
Oh, right. Or how people loved us or not.
Your Q rating.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. We weren't allowed to know about it.
They don't want to give you tools to negotiate against them.
Exactly.
It's like hiding the trades so that you didn't know what other positions were open around at
That's
other
right.
stations around the country.
And
That's another tactic.
You don't realize how important important that is until you see somebody in that business literally freak out in front of you because of it.
Yeah.
I got to see that happen one time, and somebody was like, the Q ratings just hit, and it didn't turn out so well, and this person lost their mind. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to blink and do this and that? Like, it was so crazy. But yeah, I didn't know it was that protected. I thought it was a relatively transparent number.
I think it depends on the ownership group and the TV station.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't want you to know. But that's the cool thing about this is there's no middleman for us. We can go directly to the people, if you will, right? The viewers can tell us, hey, we want a surf report. Hey, we want more of this. We want more of that. Now, I will say, for those of you who are listening at home, if you are not a subscriber on YouTube, it's really easy to sign up for the account. It's a free thing through your Gmail. Just sign up, create a password, and you'll have YouTube. But you can't hit like on a video. You can watch any video you want on YouTube without a subscription. But you can't hit like and you can't comment unless you're an actual subscriber.
Right.
So that's why we want people to subscribe to our channel, hit likes, like on the videos, but then also they'll be able to interact with us.
Yeah.
So
Right.
now, and Jack asked earlier, and I think I got sidetracked from answering the question, but yes, we are creating videos, but our plan is to go live as well, especially hurricane season.
Sure.
I think, and then this winter when a storm is coming through and we have tornadoes, when it's local, I think this is when people are looking for us.
And the subscription thing is very important as well, because that's when you'll get notifications if you sign up for that. Like when you guys do decide to go live during a big weather event, you'll get a notification that you're on, and people can kind of tune in and check out and see what you have to say.
Yes.
And again, that's important, because if you're not watching network television or you don't have your device on or whatever, it's a little bit more difficult to get information from the news channels, where I think most people still get it.
Absolutely. And it's also a beautiful thing that if there's a tornado in Dr. Phillips, just the people from Dr. Phillips can tune in and everybody else can still watch their golf.
Right, yeah.
On
Right.
the TV channel.
I'm
And so
sorry.
we're not pissing people off.
I need to draw your attention to our YouTube feed because someone needs to look at that middle school age picture of Tom Sorrels. I got there.
We did a back to school post on Monday, yes.
Yeah, you are adorable, young lady.
Thank you. I
by
had
the
to
way.
cut my sister out, so my picture's a little
Nice.
small. Yeah.
Did Tom's mother cut his hair with a ruler?
There was
Or his breakfast bowl.
It looks like he has a hairnet on.
I feel like we all did.
Yeah, and
back
Rob
in those
Iker has
days.
that classic kid metal lunchbox that
Oh,
we always
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a cuffed jeans. Look at him.
Can you all tell our age by that pic? Those
I bet those are Garanimals.
They might be.
Sweet. You got to be like 3 in that picture or something, right?
I mean, well, I was 4 because I'm so smart. I started kindergarten at 4.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a humble
It's
brag
my
there.
first. Yeah, you like that? It's my first day of kindergarten in that picture.
I have to ask a very uncomfortable question. I hope you're okay with this.
Okay, sure.
I like how you just leaned into that. This could be anything. You know
I mean,
that,
I
right?
could just say no if I don't want to answer,
Who,
right?
who chose who's going to be in the middle in the logo?
Oh, that's a great question.
the best question. It is because I know Tom Sorrell.
I wish he was here right now.
Because the first thing I'm like, well, why wouldn't the female be with the guys? I'm
Yeah,
like,
right? I should be in the middle. I'm the girl, right? I'm the token chick. No, actually, that logo came about very quickly after our deciding, coffee that turned into lunch that turned into drinks, that we're going to do this. We all went home, and Rob Iker actually decided to put together that, and he just came up with it and put everybody's pictures on there, and we all just said, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
then now my husband's like, wait, why is Tom in the middle?
Hey, your husband's a good man.
Yeah,
Your husband's looking out for you. He's a good man. Tell him I said, what's up? All right, so it's the Florida Weather Authority. Go to YouTube, subscribe. That way you can comment on the videos, you can like, and I'm sure that you'll be able to, if you can get that notification, that means when they go live, you can actually tune in and see what's going on. Then if it doesn't affect you, you can go back and watch the rest of the video later. You guys also have Instagram or no?
We do. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook, Twitter/X, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I think those are the big ones, right?
Yeah. If you were just to search Florida Weather Authority, I'm sure all of that can come up. You can
Yes.
subscribe and get involved with all that.
Please do. And also, we are already in talks with our first sponsors. So if anyone is listening and would like to be a sponsor of the Florida Weather Authority, get in on the ground floor, floridaweatherauthority.com. You like how I did that?
It's so funny. When I said her, she goes, "Can I pimp my thing?" And I'm like, "What do you think I'm calling you for? What do you think we're doing here?" Yes, you can pimp your thing.
Thank you.
All right, good seeing you,
Thank
Amy,
you.
as always. You guys give it up good and loud for Amy Sweezy.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. FloridaWeatherAuthority.com.
You got it. All right, 407-916-1041. Pump the brakes.
And by the way, you can see her this Saturday night at our poker tournament. The first auction ends in 18 minutes,
Yeah.
but Amy will be there, and you can ask her all about the Florida Weather Authority.
Can I ask you another uncomfortable question?
Sure.
What are you wearing?
On Saturday?
Yeah. Are you jeans and blouse?
You know, I've gone back and forth. I've done real dressed up before, and then I've also done casual. But I have another Florida Weather Authority T-shirt. So I'm going to be wearing that, so I have to wear jeans and a T-shirt.
Oh my God, pimping all the time.
Just because I have to, I have to wear the shirt, right?
God bless you.
You are your own promo crew.
Sorrels will have that on with a sport coat. I bet money on it. I'm going to Kalshi as soon as we go to break.
He unfortunately will not be at poker.
Oh,
yeah,
he can't go this year. He's out of town.
Sucks.
Oh, and the listeners just wanted to say go blue.
Oh, go blue.
Oh, that's right. I forget you're a Michigan girl.
Michigan,
oh, my
go
God.
blue.
Almighty, how annoying. All right. Always good seeing you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I'll see you Saturday night. All right. 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Real Music Weekends. Our classic alternative.
Separated.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Isolated showers and thunderstorms on the table for the rest of our Tuesday. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. That evening commute may feature a couple of torrential bursts of rain, so keep tabs on that. May have to switch the wipers on. We'll have temperatures falling back into the middle to upper 70s overnight as those storms fade away to a mixture of clouds and stars. Then for our Wednesday, kind of the same story as this ridge shifts to the northwest. The disturbance works in, could bring us a few more showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening. We stay steamy as highs round out in the middle 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
With Rasmussen University, you don't have to be afraid of paying for college thanks to transparent costs and financial aid options for those who qualify. It's a smarter, clearer path to the future you deserve. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Labor Day is coming and it's time to upgrade your grill game. Head to Tools Ace Hardware to do that. 14 local stores packed with the best grilling brands out there. Big Green Egg, Napoleon, Weber, Rectech, Gosney. They have it all. And can I tell you something else too? We don't talk about this much. They have incredible outdoor furniture. It is simply amazing. But Tools also offers free assembly and local delivery, so you can sit back and relax while these guys do all the work. Load up on propane, pellets, charcoal, marinades, injections, rubs. They have it all right there at Tools Ace. Find your nearest store today at toolsacehardware.com. Get expert advice, assembly, and local service you won't find anywhere else. It's Tools Ace, your local grilling place.
Attention Ram owners. Did you know you could get $500 for Recall 67A without leaving your driveway? With new mobile appointments, we'll come to you. We'll finish the simple software update in under an hour, and it won't affect your truck's performance. Plus, you'll get an extended warranty worth thousands. Make a power move. Schedule Recall 67A today at CumminsRecall.com.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Are you ready to fall in love with your career again? Want to be part of the #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida? If you're looking for more opportunities, more support, and more success, it's time to join the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. With the Nickley Group, you'll get the coaching, resources, and team environment you need to grow your business. Take your career to the next level. Go to thenickley.com and click on the Join Our Team button or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Or from Duval. Yeah, I was just contacting you guys to try and figure out where exactly I need to go to fill out an application to receive one of Deb's squishies. Because I could really use a squishy, man. Later.
That would be Chris Carson.
Yeah. Do not look for a response.
Well, you're not going to like it.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
We're so late. We ran Sweezy so late.
Squeezy, squishy.
She is the absolute best. You know, she texts me right before she gets in. She goes, took the wrong turn. I'll be there in a minute. I'm like, I just typed LOL, okay. She was still early. It's so funny.
Better text was from Tom Sorrell saying he did not put himself in the middle of that picture.
He really he didn't text me.
Oh, he totally texted me. It was great.
And I'm a surfer.
Yeah. I see. That's the other thing too. Is I thought Tom surfed for a while.
Yeah.
So I thought a surf report would be a really good idea for them.
He's the cool weather dude. He rides a motorcycle. He surfs.
Actor.
Yeah.
The little acting there. Yeah.
And that's his real hair.
Yeah. It is his real hair.
Yeah.
He's like one of the cool. I was telling Amy during one of the breaks that when we first started on Real Radio, it was myself, Russ, and Bo, and it was the Russ and Bo show with Dirty Jim. It turned into the Monsters of the Morning, but I think even pre that, Russ would know better. His memory for that kind of stuff is way better than mine. But he was one of the only TV people who was not afraid of us, because the show was very raunchy, like really raunchy, and said a lot of questionable stuff all the time. So TV people had to really worry about their perception and would not come on the show, really kind of avoided us. Tom Swarls was one of the guys that came right in and fit right in immediately.
Yep.
And we were kind of automatically drawn to him because he was kind of a bro. And we've loved him ever since. We do. We would support anything these guys do. I could not wait to call her and ask her to come in to talk about her new venture because they're such good people that you want to help them every time you can. She would not have to ride in the back of my truck.
No, you'd let her in the cab?
That's a front seat rider right there. That's a front seat passenger,
High
Jack.
praise. That's high praise.
Sorrel's back of the truck.
Back of the truck. Yeah.
Iker, don't know him, probably wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I can't remember him. I know you do.
Well, yeah, Rob's been on, as Amy mentioned, a few of the networks, 635 and on Spectrum. I've never met him, though. Yeah.
Oh, I've never met him either.
He's been in this market a while.
Yeah, that's very cool. I want to start this story, but we're already way behind. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take a little break. But when we come back from the top of the hour, there's a viral story out of New Jersey. And Jack, I want to get your expertise when we come back. But
sure.
Not only are you a New Jerseyan, is that how that is?
Sure.
Yeah, New Jerseyan. But you also would have a little insight into this particular story by way of what you did in Jersey.
Involves drug use.
Not drug use. That's a totally different part of your life than that.
Oh, my bad.
All right, back in a sec.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your #1 preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash off to the shoulder, 408 westbound near Hiawassee, causing stop and go. An accident on Colonial eastbound at McGuire Road. That's blocking the right lane there. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form on the major roadways. Expect to get caught up in some slowdowns this afternoon. School's back in session, so the roadways are going to be a little bit busier than normal. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
If you're looking to buy a new home, make sure you have the best expert on your team, and that expert is that mortgage guy, Don. One reason you want him on your team is that a recent study found that less than 20% of folks compare that first mortgage quote that they get, but what you really want is peace of mind. So all you have to do is go to his website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. Literally, that's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Man, let me tell you something. If you have plumbing problems in your house, it sucks, man. You have no showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks, and that's why it's always super important to have a reputable plumbing company on call. Let me tell you, for me, it's easy. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. From the instant I called these guys, when Wyatt got to my house and started doing work, I was like, man, these guys are on point. This guy came in right on time. He's clean, put the booties on his shoes so there's no dirt in my house, went right to work, cured the problem, told me what the deal was, how could I avoid it happening again, and then they've done it 3 or 4 other times at my house. Just absolutely killed it. They can do the same thing for you. This business is employee owned and they've been around since 1975. And yes, they can do it all. Plumbing issues, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And when you book your appointment, please mention the Jim Colbert Show. They'll give you a $50 discount right off rip. And they have 24-hour service. 407-327-6000. Visit these guys easily online at modernpi.com.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Sell your home stress-free this summer with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Skip the hassle of a traditional home sale while receiving the strongest cash offer in the industry. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm here with my friend Mark Spain. Mark, how does the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate eliminate all the stress for the home seller?
Well, selling your home through a traditional way is very stressful because you have costly repairs, you have appraisals, you have a lot of things that add stress to an already stressful situation. With the guaranteed offer, there are no repairs, there's no showings, there's no lot boxes. It's real simple. We bring you a strong cash offer. You can close in as little as 21 days and move when you want to on your time.
Thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the hassle of a traditional home sale and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There is no obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Are you looking to buy new windows? Don't wait for hurricane season to start. Get your free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing windows for over 50 years, and Reese Impact windows come with a lifetime guarantee. It transfers when you sell the home. Most windows can be installed in less than 8 weeks, and that installation is included. So what are you waiting for? Get a free quote today by visiting ReeseWindows.com. That's ReeseWindows.com.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
The card pulling is great and all until you realize PSA, the main grading company, is a big scam because they have an almost unlimited amount of scandals and an almost unlimited amount of money. A guy goes to an in-person PSA grading event with a very low population card, so it's pretty rare. They grade it, and they give him an $18,000 bill based off of the price of the card that is slabbed and if he sold it. It's a bit ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, I got to tell you, man, that whole trading card world is wild, man.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
It is wild. He's right. So that PSA grading is what gives a card its actual value. So you could stumble onto a really rare baseball card, but if somebody folded it in half in 71, it reduces the value by, it could be tenfold. I mean, it really could.
Yeah.
You could take a $100,000 card and turn it into a $10,000 card real easy. But it doesn't have to do that. It could be perfect out of the pack and just be off printed by a line width, and it reduces it by, it takes it from a 10 to a 7. And then if the color's not right, from a 7 to a 5. So you have a rare card, but if the PSA people say that it's not perfect, it doesn't have that value that you see, because they never give you the PSA 5 number when they talk about a card. They always give you the 10 number.
Right.
Yeah,
if you have the very best.
Right. What it could be worth kind of scenario.
Yeah.
All right. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Good morning.
All right. This story out of Jersey is something that we've all done. And I'm interested to see how the audience is going to react to this. This is a viral confrontation at a New Jersey pizzeria over a child's birthday party.
Oh.
It's a pizzeria, okay? And this pizzeria has been around for a while. You ever heard of Joey Tomatoes?
No.
Point Pleasant Beach, Jersey. Where's that, Jack? Is that a nice part of town?
That's a shore.
It's
That's a beach
just
area.
a beach area, right? Okay. That would be similar to a New Smyrna kind of scenario, or no?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, very good. So they have a 5-year-old birthday party there at Joey Tomatoes.
Okay.
And Joey Tomatoes has been around for a while. I think been in town for a couple decades. So, a reputable pizzeria, not something that just kind of popped up, not like someone, not saying that strip center pizzerias are bad, but, an established place, right? And they came in, they had their pizza, and then they sat their birthday cake on the table, and that's where the problem started.
Oh, they're saying you can't bring in outside food to this establishment.
You cannot bring in outside food to this establishment. A 5-year-old's birthday party. You can't bring a birthday cake in for a 5-year-old.
How would they say that in Jersey, Jack?
What's the matter for you?
It says here, that controversy began after the family celebrating a 5-year-old's birthday party at Joey Tomatoes brought a cake into the restaurant and later asked for a knife to cut it. Now, that's a bit much. If you're going to bring a cake into a party, into a place, don't ask the place for utensils at that point.
I don't even have a problem with that.
Or
you know what? And give us plates, too. Come on.
Paper plates or any of that. You can't do that.
We are spending money here.
That's poor taste, though. You can't do that. You can't walk in and bring food from the outside and then start asking for serving utensils. I don't think that's right.
It's not like they didn't order pizza.
Family members said they called ahead and received permission. But the owner said that Joey Tomatoes has a policy prohibiting outside desserts. The heated exchange with owner was captured on video, prompting Joey Tomatoes to defend its position. And it says here, this is the quote that Joey Tomatoes put out. "We are a pizza restaurant, not a party venue, not a bakery, not a rental hall. We have policies governing outside food for reasons like food safety. In other words, if somebody got sick or choked on the cake that they didn't serve, they would be liable for that because it happened in their restaurant at their property."
You're losing, Joey.
Yeah.
You're losing this one.
So Joey writes this letter and he posts it up so everybody can see it because when this thing went viral, of course, everybody hated Joey Tomatoes.
And rightfully so.
Right? And it says Joey Tomatoes on their letterhead that says Joey in a printed tomato. Clever. Every story has two sides. This is a message. And he ends the letter with, "We don't do cake, we do pizza."
Ooh.
Then that's why you allow them to bring their own, because you don't do cake.
Well, here's the part. That's the part I have a problem with. If the family says they called ahead, then the communication breakdown is on,
on Joey and his team.
Exactly, but it's not on the family that brought the cake in.
Joey and the Tomatoes.
Now, there's an etiquette expert named Diane Gottsman. She's the owner of the Protocol School of Texas in San Antonio. She chimed in and said, look, in terms of someone bringing in food from another restaurant or even from home, it's always best to ask in advance, which they did. But then when they got there, they raised hell. And it says restaurants that allow outside cakes may charge a cutting fee, no differently than if you bring your own bottle of wine, there's a corking fee.
Right.
They're not going to make money on the wine, but they're going to charge you like $15 to open it and serve it.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Listen, this is a community place. You have business. They're coming in. They're buying a few pizzas at least for a party, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But these aren't out-of-towners. These are probably people. This is their regular spot, which it no longer will be.
Yeah, for sure.
Was this worth it to not allow them to have birthday cake, which cost you nothing?
Yeah,
cost you nothing.
It did not cost them anything.
Could have had a happy customer leave. Instead, not only pisses off that customer, but now gets really negative publicity.
Well, because not only are we talking about it, but then all the family and friends who were there for that birthday party, their word of mouth is going to also do local damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
Take that tomato.
It says if a customer gets it wrong, however, restaurant employees can enforce the policy without escalating the situation. She recommended having a manager approach the table rather than putting the responsibility on the server. A manager could come up and say, hey, look, if you excuse me, I want to let you know it's our policy not to let outside food come in, noting there could be health or allergy concerns behind the rules.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap.
So we just did this.
It might be true, but that's crap.
Well, I got to tell you, it does go a long way. Let me give you an example. And this is not a flex or anything, but just recently we had my wife's birthday party, and because we were going to have so many people at the party, we didn't want to have it at the house. Not a lot to do, so we decided to have it at a brewery over in Longwood.
Yeah.
Hourglass. Great place. We've done done stuff there before.
Yeah.
Wonderful position, right.
Did they tell you they don't host parties?
Actually, it was the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you what it did. I think the woman's name is Jasmine over there. She is, I believe, their events coordinator. My daughter called her and said, hey, look, we need to reserve tables for about 30 people. We have a little birthday party coming up. She goes, well, we don't usually reserve tables, but I can take care of you because it was early in the afternoon when they weren't quite busy. But it turns out because the weather was bad, they were slammed. So it was really cool that she'd allow. And when we brought in our cupcakes, she put them in her freezer for us.
Yeah.
She gave us everything we needed. And then she got taken care of quite well afterwards. We gave her a nice big tip and we thanked her for her hospitality. We helped clean up. We left the place like we found it. And it was absolutely as good as it gets. And we would go back there tomorrow and have that same event because they were so kind to us.
And they are a great place. I've been there before. And there is no different than Joey Coconuts.
Joey Tomatoes, Jack.
Joey Tomatoes, because it's a product they don't serve.
Right.
And you are a customer there. You are spending money there. Now, look, compare those two experiences. You and 30 people have a good, positive view of Hourglass Brewing and are willing to go back.
Right.
Whereas Joey Chestnuts, it's not happening.
And you're right though, because all those kids that are at that party have parents, and those parents would have come back. And let me tell you something else. When I was a kid, I don't know about you guys, but having your birthday party at like McDonald's or Burger King was like the
Chuck E. Cheese. Come on,
was like the greatest thing ever. Chuck E. Cheese also works.
Yeah.
That was more like for our kids, but because they were so cool, you always wanted to go back. Like if this kid had a great experience, these parents had a great experience. Joey Tomatoes, like you know what? What's wrong with a 6th birthday at Joey Tomatoes? They're never going back to this place.
Yeah,
they will never go back to this place.
That is, man, as far as customer service,
terrible.
That was such an easy yes.
Yeah.
That was such an easy yes. And now what the no cost them is it's
a lot more than that. Those pizzas and cake.
Yeah, this etiquette professional said, look, even in cases where they did not call ahead, you certainly want to let them do their thing. Just say something. Hey, look, as a rule, we don't really allow this. You're already here. Somebody from the restaurant said that you could do it, so we're going to give you a pass here. But as a rule, we don't really. We can offer you like tiramisu or maybe cannolis or something, and we can make some arrangements for you.
That's what 5-year-olds want, cannolis. I don't even like cannolis.
And the lady said, look, as a manager, you can do it, but you got to do it with some decorum. You can't come in hot. It's a 5-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
Like if it's an 18-year-old party, it's way different. If it's a 25-year, if it's a 5-year-old, you're going to come in hot on a 5-year-old's birthday party? Says here, sometimes we have to set our boundaries. When we set boundaries with professionalism and kindness, with compassion and consideration, of course, it works out for everybody.
Isn't that the saying? More bees or flies with honey than vinegar?
Sure, man. I mean, and Jack's right. And the reason I said that Jack would know about this is because Jack ran a restaurant. He worked at a pizzeria in Jersey before.
I did.
He ran CJ's. He understands the idea of kind of meeting a customer halfway. Look, even if the customer isn't exactly right, to get that repeat business in a crazy competitive business world, like the food business has to be one of the most competitive out there.
It's why you comp food when they
Right,
complain.
right.
Because, you could argue, say, no, it was cooked as it should be cooked.
Right.
No, really, you just didn't like the taste. I suspect you're just trying to get something for free. But if a customer leaves happy, much more likely to return, and they're likely to tell somebody.
Yeah.
If a customer leaves angry, they don't return, and they tell 10 people.
Right,
Yeah, that's true.
And by the way, I've never, I was just looking over the texting service and people said, I worked at Red Lobster for 7 years. We not only could we not wait to store your cake, we would also provide you with cutting utensils and with plates as well. I've never been to a place where we did a birthday party. We just did my grandmother's birthday party on my mom's or my wife's side, her grandmother, and we did it at a steakhouse out in Sanford, and they couldn't wait to help us out. Oh, can we put that in the freezer for you? I'll bring your plates out. You want some coffee? I mean, it was like the most unbelievable experience because we chose to bring 25 people to the restaurant, and everybody ate and drank. I mean, it was a $1,000 tab.
I was going to say they saw the value of just putting the cake in the freezer.
Right. They didn't have to
just
pay.
put the cake in the
Jack
freezer.
said it perfectly. You didn't even have to pay for it. Like
Right, exactly.
It took you nothing, and that server made an extra probably $80 to $100 for what she did for taking care of us.
Well, I have a feeling that Joey Pizza or Pizza Joey or whatever.
It's Joey Tomatoes. Get it right.
Sorry.
Joey Chestnuts, coconuts.
But I would imagine he's probably not liking all this national press he's getting.
They are not. That's why they put this letter out. They put this letter out. They're like, we do not care for this. We need the two sides of the story scenario stacked.
Right.
We need people to know that we're not complete douchebags. But unfortunately, it did not work. It didn't come out that way.
Yeah. Yep, Jack's got the video up on our YouTube channel right now.
Oh, yeah. Look at her.
You can see Joey Tomatoes.
Oh, there she is in the yellow shirt.
She's got a Karen look to her,
she
doesn't
has
she?
a Joey Tomato look about her. Is that Joey?
No. There is video of Joey. Yeah. Joey responds.
Joey.
It's on the boardwalk there, Jack.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh.
Yeah. It says here, and listen to the language that they use, and this is kind of funny, right? In the context of the story, the second paragraph, it goes, let's talk about that video. It says, for a few days now, the internet has decided it knows everything about our restaurant based on 30-second footage that started after the real conversation was already underway.
Oh, sounding a little
Buddy,
sensitive.
But let me tell you, every one of these sentences is costing you money.
I know.
How can you not see that as a business owner? Everyone. How about this as a letter? Hey, man, we're really sorry that happened. As a rule, we don't allow cakes in our restaurant. We inform the customer that this is a situation that we're going to allow because we did give them permission. But at Joey Tomatoes, we have to be careful because other customers are around. It could affect their experience, blah, 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 blah. You could do something like that, but not go, let's talk about this video and then say the internet thinks they know everything. God, dog, dude.
Their bill was over $250.
Yeah. Yep.
Bye-bye customers.
Wow. They call themselves Jersey Strong. What is that?
You say it for every state. Every city gets one. Whenever you got a band, whenever you need two or more people to get together, you have to put a name on it.
He ends this paragraph up, and we'll stop the story here. It says, we have persevered one pie at a time.
Okay.
Long before this video and long after it will be forgotten.
Okay.
That's not going to change, although we are considering a new tagline. We don't do cake, we do pizza. Yeah, go with that, Joey. I think that's a great idea.
That's going to work.
I think you should say pie. Yeah. We don't do cake, we do pie. Pizza pie.
Right, exactly. Remind everybody of this experience over and over, Joey, with your new tagline. Brilliant.
Good move.
Absolutely brilliant. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. You guys, you don't go to the parks much, right? Do you, Deborah?
No.
You don't go since you work there or not? Jack, do you do the parks very much?
A couple times a year.
No, I know that in our audience, we do have a lot of people that do the park thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I know in Central Florida, people who are park people have these little things that they've learned about the parks.
Like hacks?
Little hacks. And Disney just put the kibosh on one of the best ones ever.
Oh.
And I've been doing this since I moved to Orlando. Now, I haven't done it in years, of course, and I'll tell you what that is next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
2 left lanes are blocked on I-4 westbound at Colonial Drive. Traffic stop and go through the city. There's an accident on Severin Boulevard near Loma Avenue getting cleared up. A crash on Goldenrod Road near Lake Underhill. Traffic stop and go southbound on the Turnpike before Osceola Parkway. You're going to get stuck on I-4 westbound through that Celebration area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. Connect with them at hbnusa.com. And when friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I always give them the same answer. It's my buddy Mike at HBN USA. It's the Home Builders Network. Mike, a fourth-generation contractor, over 36 years in the construction business. Now, the reason I trust HBN is simple. He gives you straightforward pricing, explains everything clearly, and puts it in writing. There's no guesswork about the job ever. That's why HBN USA is the company I recommend for bathroom remodeling and roofing and gutters, all of which I had done on my home. Plus, he also does window and door replacement. Now, if your bathroom is outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful, low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen, just like he did for me and my wife. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. I trust Mike, so can you. And if you call now, HBN USA will give you an additional $500 off your bath project. The number is 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or go online to hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Have no fear, RC Hill is here with my super solution sale. Mitsubishi's under 20 grand and 6 grand more for your trade at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Trade like a superhero. Get up to $6,000 over book value for any trade. 6 grand more. And your new vehicle is invincible with a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. Stuck in a web of bad credit? I've got your super solution. If you got a job and a dime, you ride. Every vehicle 1 dime down. Defeat high interest rates with 0% financing for 72 months. 0%. Acres of new Mitsubishis with a multiverse of used cars, all makes, all models. Get up to 6 grand more for your trade. 0% for 72 months. And Mitsubishi's under 20 grand. Grab a dime and swing on over to my super solution sale at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just 2 miles off I-4, rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Plus tax and tag to qualified buyers. See dealer for terms.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors? He got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Russ Rollins here. You know I like telling you about Life Imaging because prevention is the best form of wellness. Getting older, that's all going to happen to all of us, right? Staying informed is a choice, and to be informed of how your heart is doing, you got the ability to do that with Life Imaging. We've had so many listeners that have gone to Life Imaging, found out they had heart disease, had to have it taken care of, and saved their lives. Listen, get in there. It doesn't take that long, and it's definitely worth doing. You pick up your cell phone and you dial pound 250. You say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. And, there's a few minimum requirements, but this is definitely worth doing. It's called Life Imaging. And when you get in there, ask about cancer screening. Finding out early about cancer can save your life. It's Life Imaging. Once again, pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Please tell them that Russ Rollins and the Monster sent you to Life Imaging. Scan while you can at Life Imaging.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Pull up a chair to At the Table, the food allergy podcast. Each episode, we'll explore how food allergies shape the way we travel, date, celebrate, and connect. Because living with food allergies isn't just about what you can't eat. It's about still having your seat at the table. Brought to you by Genentech and Novartis. Listen to At the Table, the food allergy podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow At the Table and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Maybe I'll take the opposite side of this view on Joey Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Why can't that family be just normal people and do pizza takeout and have a party at their house? I don't want to go into a pizza place that's not a party place and be around a bunch of stupid little kids eating cake, throwing cake.
I'm with you there, buddy.
I mean, just a contrary point of view, I guess.
Yeah,
so maybe I'll side with Joey on this one.
Look on, you bring a cake to a pie place, pizza pie, forget about it. You got
in Vero Beach, Florida, I have a rule about cake. Cake comes in, but cake don't go out. So that way I get a piece of cake.
While Joey Tomatoes could have handled that differently, y'all forget, this guy's from Jersey. He don't play. His whole attitude is, you and them Utes, get out of here.
Utes.
Whoa, hey, what's the matter for you? Cake? You want me to cut the cake? I ought to cut you. We do pies here, pizza pies. When you come here, you order about 2 or 3 pies, you think you own the place? Yeah, forget about it. Get out of here, hey.
Pretty close, Jack.
Yeah, Eric on the last one, he nailed it.
Yeah, 2 tree pies.
2 tree, yep.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb is here, and so is Jackson as well.
Yo.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in today, guys. We appreciate that very much. Got Scott Brown coming up a little bit later for some financial health at 6:20 for It's Only Money. We'll also have trivia here in just a few minutes as well, so stick around. By the way, good trivia prizes this week.
Oh, yes.
Really good trivia prizes this week.
It's a good food week on the Jim Colbert Show, right?
It's a very good food week. Yeah, for sure. Also, auctions. I mean, do we have any coming up? I'll get one ending in a few minutes.
That's right. So there is one ending in 6 minutes, another one ending in 36 minutes. If you want to join us this Saturday at the poker tournament, just right now, go to realradio.fm/poker. There's a link for the auction site. And as I mentioned, 2 seats ending in the next half hour plus.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. Oh, by the way, at the end of our party, we wound up giving the leftover cupcakes to the staff, which they appreciated greatly.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Good-ass cupcakes, too. Yeah. All right, so I was teasing this as we were going to the last break. Disney, if you live here in Orlando, for people who don't live in the area and don't get to experience the Disney, Universal, SeaWorld kind of thing like we do here, Legoland, you can throw in some more Fun World even maybe, I guess. Yeah, it is kind of cool, but a lot of locals will, we go down there seasonally. I don't know how many Floridians you're going to find out there about right now.
Right.
But
that's where you dump family that's in town.
Yeah. And so for people to understand, in Florida, Floridians go to Disney like you would go maybe to, a ball game or something. Like people have annual passes here, and they'll go out to Disney to get a snack and ride one roller coaster and then come back home.
Yeah.
I mean, go out there for 2 or 3 hours, maybe go out to Harry Potter Land for a couple hours, have a butter beer, and then come back home.
And having an annual pass is the only way to do it and not,
Right, yeah.
Break the bank.
So that's a relatively common thing here in Central Florida. But one of the other things that is kind of interesting is how hacks have been happening in Disney areas and Universal areas, Disney more than any. And Disney is shutting one of those down. And what I'm talking about here is resort hopping.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's...
Well, you go to a resort, but then you have
you get on the monorail and you park at the resort, and then you avoid the whole ticket and transportation nightmare with the ferry and whatever. I mean, it was common knowledge you'd park at the Contemporary and then just walk over.
But see, they've started charging $40 or $50 to park in those places anymore. So even that isn't. So now a new scam is this.
What's that?
So the new scam, I say scam, I shouldn't say scam, but the new hookup that a lot of people kind of figured out was this. There is no charge for parking where?
At the resort.
I just learned this the other day. Jack knows.
I do?
Yeah, there's no charge for parking at Disney Springs.
Oh, yes.
But what there is at Disney Springs are ferries and buses that go to the resorts.
Oh.
So what people have been doing is using the parking garage at Disney Springs, then loading onto the buses or the ferries and going to the resorts to enjoy like photographs, going to walk around to see seasonal things. There's in Port
going to the pool,
which is what I used to do.
Same here.
And the reason this kind of came about is the people who are spending that ridiculous money to stay at those resorts, and it is ridiculous.
Yes.
Port Orleans is one of them that really fired this up, because what was happening is this. They have Mickey Mouse shaped beignets at the Port Orleans resort, so it became a thing to go to Disney Springs, park, take the ferry over to Port Orleans, walk around Port Orleans, go get a Disney or a Mickey shaped beignet, do that, then maybe cruise over to one of the other resorts, but you can't do that now. They've shut all that down. So if you aren't staying at one of the resorts, you can't get in to do that anymore.
Oh.
Really, that's the way it ought to be, though, no?
Yeah, it is.
It really should be that way. But people who live in this area have been kind of sneaking and doing stuff like that. It said like park hopping.
I'm mad I didn't know about it.
It says park hopping, which involves visiting multiple theme parks on the same day. Resort hopping involves visiting different Disney resort hotels, whether it's to grab a quick snack, buy a souvenir, take selfies, or simply appreciate themed scenery, like during Halloween, during Valentine's Day, during Christmas, Easter. They decorate the resorts up like crazy. So you can go over there and kind of get yourself in a vibe, because, the malls are kind of dead. That's where, I don't know about you guys, but when Christmas came around, I love going to the mall because they played the music. They decorated the mall up with like garland and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. It got you in a good mood.
Oh, well, there's nothing like the way the resorts deck it out.
Yeah, but the resorts go, it is bananas. But the reason they're so pissed off is because people are doing this and they're not spending a nickel.
Yeah.
Like you go over there, maybe you get a cocktail, maybe you buy, maybe you get a beignet. You're maybe going to spend $40-50. But, the room resort, like the room.
That's a few nickels there, Hotshot.
Yeah. But the rooms are like $400 a night.
I'm sorry. I'll sleep on the sidewalk before that.
Thank you. Rooms are like $400 a night, so they want you to obviously, be booking the rooms and staying there. It says in late June, the resort began limiting access to free resort transportation at its Disney Springs shopping and dining complex. Now, only guests with stays or experiences booked at Disney Resort hotels may take Disney buses and boats to them from Disney Springs. So before you even get on a bus or a boat from Disney Springs,
you're going to have to show.
You're going to have to show your room key or your tap thing or whatever.
It seems like an easy fix, and it's warranted.
Yeah,
However, Texter says you can still do it. You just can't go to do it from Disney Springs.
By the way, they called you Jimothy, the short-spined raccoon.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I am anyway. It says, in Guest of Port Orleans said they also kind of got mad because there was a gigantic wait to get on these boats because all these people were coming over for free and doing that stuff. And then the lines for the people who were actually paying to stay at the resort were like impossible to negotiate to get out to go in any of the parks. Look, man, when you're out there, you're on the clock.
Yes.
You're on the clock. You get out of you got a bunch of kids. You're spending $500 a night, and you buying these passes to go into the park. Dude, you're there at daylight. You're not waiting until like noon. Every time that you miss a bus is 30 more minutes or 15 more minutes. You and your family don't get to enjoy the park.
I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
When I was a cast member, that's like one of the first things you're taught at Disney Traditions.
Which is?
How much time a family from the Midwest. Now, again, when I worked there, this was 89?
Yeah.
And they talked about your average family saving for a minimum of 5 to 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Before they could afford a trip to Walt Disney World. And that's why it was so important that you as a cast member, being that first person they're going to interact with, that you make their experience positive from the second they step onto Disney property until the second they step off. Because this family has saved for years.
$1,000 a day, right? $1,000 a day minimum, I think is what it is.
1974, I remember I was 6 years old. And our parents sitting us down and saying, okay, we have a choice. And the whole family, do you want a swimming pool or do you want us to take a trip to Disney?
And you got the pool.
That was the choice. We chose the pool. Then my dad died that year, and then we all went to Disney.
Oh, my God almighty.
And we had the pool.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's how expensive it was, pool or a theme park visit.
I thought you meant that's how expensive it was. Your dad had to die.
Well, yeah.
It cost you a life, but you got to go.
There might have been some insurance money, however, but I think it was also my mom being able to deal with it. It's like, well, this has been a bad year for us.
Exactly.
And it says around that same time, if you'll remember, Disney also shut down the Grand Floridian. So that gingerbread house that they used to have there, they kind of stopped doing that. And again, we never knew when they said that. They didn't really mention it. This is why. Because a lot of the people were doing this resort hopping thing, and they were going to the Grand Floridian because, again, during Christmas, they dressed it up like crazy. So people would just and all the lines got real long to do anything in there. Yeah. And it wasn't people staying at the resort.
Rich people don't like when the poor people get in on their action.
They do not.
The unwashed masses looking at our gingerbread house. That's only for our eyeballs.
It says for years, guests would come from all over the park and pack the lobby as they paused for pictures or lined up to buy baked treats. It says going forward, the Grand Floridian will instead feature miniature holiday displays around its property. The move allows recent addition of the Perch Bar, which also is adding more foot traffic to the lobby. and says it's not ending resort hopping, only restriction for buses or water taxis from Disney Springs. So, in other words, if you will pay that $40 to park at their parking lot, or $45 or whatever it is now, they don't mind if you come to the resort and kind of tool around because they got you for $50 and whatever you're going to spend there. But you parking at Disney Springs for free and then riding for free and then doing everything for free, they're not down for it.
Yeah, so from the other resorts, you can do it. Unless you have another hack, people, feel free to text us, 77031.
And they're doing it in spades.
Oh, yeah, like crazy. One person just said, oh, no, I've been doing this for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There are so many hacks out there like that for that. But, man, they catch on, though. This is going to wind up probably saving them up or making them a little bit more money, though.
I mean, someone is saying that they're going to lose a lot of money.
How are they going to lose it? Just from people not doing it?
Yeah, just to have the beignets and then leave.
Yeah. It says guests are still able to take free resort transportation to Disney hotels from all 4 Disney World theme parks, which do charge for parking. So I guess the idea is you could go out to the park, you could park, charge the $50 or whatever it is for parking, and then not go into the park, but still use the transportation from the resorts, which I don't get.
How far would you have to walk to get to the nearest transportation hub if you just left your car on the side of I-4?
Wait, we always went to the Poly.
The Polynesian?
Yeah, that's the one I was. Yeah,
that's where we would always go. We would always go to the Poly, park in the Poly parking lot, just walk into the Poly and hop on a monorail. And
I've never done any of this.
And
You people seem like degenerates.
And just start driving. Well, make up your mind.
It's
is
a
it
lot
the rich
easier.
people that hate them or what?
It's a lot easier. I mean,
I'm mad I didn't think of this.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were cast members, we'd park in cast member parking and walk in the employee entrances and get into the park that way and then leave that way and then not have to deal with all the traffic.
And, if you have somebody that works out there now and they kind of quote the term is walk you in other words, what do you like? What's that face?
Jack, you might want to cover your ears. Okay. I took my wife to the Grand Floridian for 2 nights for her birthday, and it was $2,200.
Did they order a hooker?
Oh, yeah. Answer that, please.
Jack wants a little bit more bang for his buck.
I'm sure Disney's happy about that music coming on.
I know, exactly.
Hey, they already hate us. What's a little porn music between friends?
There's no difference. Although I do have to say that is a bucket list thing for me, is to do high tea at the Grand Floridian.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's doable, though, right? Is it expensive?
Yeah. I mean, it is, but it's an experience.
What's expensive? Like $80, $90 or whatever? $80? Oh, it's more than that?
Yeah.
Really? And what do you do?
You get to eat, cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off.
We went when my daughter got married. When my daughter got married in Denver, we were up there for her wedding, and where we were staying for the wedding, they had a tea room there. And let me tell you something, dude, it was crazy. Man, these women were showing up in
like Bridgerton outfits.
It was exactly like that with the crinoline and and their daughters were dressed just like them.
Oh yeah,
and they had the white gloves and the whole thing, dude.
It was a thing.
It's a thing. Towers of tiny sandwiches,
and then your pedophores, right?
Yeah.
Your little.
Oh, that's not cool to be a pedophore.
No.
Come on, Deb. Don't hang out with those people.
But I mean, their little cakes and everything. It looks so cute.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to find a price, guys, that's not a good sign.
What? No. Yeah.
When you have to search for the price.
When they don't advertise the price.
Hey, by the way, parking's at only $35. I thought it was actually way more than that. I mean, $35. Look, here's the thing. If you're going to $35 it, and that's going to be the money you spend to get in there and tool around those properties all day, that's not the worst thing ever.
It's the cost of doing business now. Just if you go out and experience things, it's like everything is more.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Everything is more.
$79 per adult includes your choice of 8 Twinings teas, scones, and a complete 3-tier afternoon tea tower.
How much is that?
$79 per
Colbert,
adult.
you were way off when you guessed 80.
So for the same price, as a tiny sandwich and some tea, I could go to Sip and Savor.
And get 6 courses and 6 alcoholic drinks. That's a good point.
And get schlammered. I gotta tell you, I'm going to pay the $1 more for the Sip and Savor, okay? You can have your gloves and sandwiches, and I'll be fine.
And I think it's cheaper to park.
way cheaper, right? All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031.
Speaking of food, it's been a food week here,
and
McDonald's wanted to get in on the action. They have something happening. Actually, It's the rest of this month, and it's the $8 Big Mac meal deal. It's the iconic Big Mac, and it comes with the world-famous fries and a drink, and it's just $8. So if you are craving the classic that hits the spot without hitting your wallet, McDonald's has you covered. It's the iconic Big Mac, and that is my favorite thing to get at McDonald's is the Big Mac.
Oh, really?
2 all-beef patties, special sausage, cheese, pickles, onions, sesame seed bun. Yes.
Okay, but
world famous fries and an ice cold drink, just $8.
That's the thing. When's the last time you heard of a fast food meal where you could get a sandwich like a Big Mac, fries, and a drink for $8?
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought he was just talking about the sandwich.
Head to your local McDonald's or order in the app today. Yeah. It's been a minute since I had one, but now I know I need to go before August 30th.
It has been a minute since I've had some Mickey D's. I'm a quarter pounder guy myself, but I don't mind a Big Mac occasionally.
Every once in a while you need that. I was just about to say something. I'm not going to say it. Nope.
You need that special sauce? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah.
Let's just say it, Deb.
You can get that on the other
get what,
burgers.
What is he talking about? What can he get?
The special sauce.
The Big Mac with those 2 all-beef patties.
And?
What's next?
Special sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Special sauce.
So squishy.
Special sauce.
I want money from both of you.
Special sauce.
I got a buck. You got a quarter?
Yeah.
All right, back in a second with trivia.
Real Radio is powered by guaranteed humans every day. Grab the free iHeartRadio app, hit TalkBack, and let us hear if you're guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
New York Jets cornerback Quantez Stiggers is expected to be okay after being stretchered off the practice field at training camp. He passed out on the sideline and was taken to a local hospital. The Angels have fired pitching coach Mike Maddox, assistant pitching coach Darryl Scott, and bullpen coach Don Cheedy. The Angels have the 7th worst ERA in the majors. The Knicks will host LeBron and the Sixers to help open the NBA season October 20th. I'm Frank Aaron.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Man, let me tell you something, guys. I have bought and purchased and sold a number of homes right here in Central Florida, like 5 or 6. Actually, and I've learned a little bit on the way. I've learned this. If you do not have a good real estate company, you more than likely are not going to maximize the value of the house that you're selling. And in this market, you got to do that because buying or selling a home in Central Florida is way different than doing it anywhere else in the U.S. That's why you need the Total Pros over at the Nickley Group. On average, these guys get about 6% more for their listings, and they sell those homes twice as fast. And I'll say that pretty quickly. You got 6%. That could be tens of thousands of dollars. You can't leave that on the table, especially if you're leaning on the sell to move you into that next stage of your life. Get the pros at the Nickley Group. These guys have qualified buyers waiting to buy houses, and yours could be one of them. And again, if you're looking for a place in Central Florida, welcome to Florida. It's awesome. Now you got to find a place to live. Let the Nickley Group dial you through so many choices that check off all those boxes that you and your family require for your new home. And you can factor in your VIP solution as well, which is free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed. Guys, they even have a guaranteed cash offer. That's no showings or open houses, and that deal can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Kelsey Agostinelli, Vice President of Marketing Operations for Mars, talks about the mindset of the listener.
Trust in a platform or trust in a brand comes from transparency. iHeart's commitment to being uniquely human is all about transparency. Leverage the tools where they make sense, but don't fool anyone.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live events, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Training camp is open. The countdown to kickoff is on.
And it's time to get in the game.
iHeartRadio is the official home of the NFL Podcast Network.
We're obviously incredibly excited if you just want to talk about defense.
Get the insight before it's a headline with NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
Thank you to Sean McVay.
Chasing a fantasy title, the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast helps you draft like a genius.
And hopefully it helps you guys out the most.
This
is what football sounds like.
Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and press play.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car, but there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Teachers make a difference each and every day. Now's your chance to say thanks. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who goes above and beyond for students. They could be one of our $5,000 winners for classroom supplies and resources. Teachers give so much. Now it's our turn to give back. Nominate a teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Smart speakers can't stop you from saying stupid stuff when you're coming out of anesthesia. When I grow up, I want to be a puppy. But they can play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. All you got to do is ask. Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Happy Tuesday, crew. Jimmy, everyone, stop with your anti-American views here. If you're going to Disney and you're going to shell out $10,000, you better be willing to spend at least $1,000 for parking. And if you're going to complain about it or try to find workarounds or hacks, I don't think that you should be entitled to a vacation. Think about that for a minute. Hey, happy week, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Cheers.
Same to you, boss. And we did. Thank you. Hey, man, it is what it is, right? I think it is. I think I read it. For a family of 4 to go to the parks, enjoy themselves, stay in a room, eat and drink, it's about $1,000 a day to stay on Disney property.
Ooh. At least.
Yeah, because the rooms are anywhere from $350 to, I mean, you can dial up whatever you want, suites, whatever. And then we know food out there is ridiculous. I mean, feeding a family of 4, even if you just ate burgers and fries, it would still probably be $80.
That's why it was like, if you see a family with a cooler, stop them. I'm like, I didn't see anybody with a cooler. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything.
The one time I got to go as a kid, I had to lean on my rich uncle and aunt who was very good friends with my mom. So they took my sister, myself, and my mom, but they had an RV. Right. So we parked the RV in the RV parking, and we actually left the park to come out, and we ate lunch in the RV and then went back in.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, even then, right? When you're getting in, like we left the park, went out, ate, and then went back in. It was so damn expensive. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here, and he has the Jackie Sack. What's in there?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Food-related prizes. Speaking of eating, here is your chance to taste Central Florida. It's presented by Edward Jones. It returns to the Orlando World Center Marriott on Friday, August 28th. This premier culinary event brings together more than 100 of Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of dining, live entertainment, and community impact. The cool thing about this is 100% of proceeds benefit the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida, as well as the Coalition for the Homeless of Central Florida. Get your tickets and learn how your company can get involved at tastecfl.org. That's one of the prizes, Jim.
Wow.
We also have a chance for you to celebrate America's 250th because that celebration continues. It's a coast-to-coast culinary journey at Red, White, and Barbecue at SeaWorld Orlando. This all-new summer experience brings together the bold, smoky, and savory flavors that define America's most iconic barbecue regions. SeaWorld's Red, White, and Barbecue every weekend now through August 23rd. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Those are the choices for prizes in today's Jackie Sack.
So back to you, clickety-clack.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
I'm feeling 5.
5 sounds good. That is John. John, how you doing?
John likes it.
I'm okay.
Okay. I love the honesty, John.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Want to play a little game with us?
Right? Yes, I do.
All right, let's do it then, buddy. My man says he's hungry.
To play a game.
All right, Hungry John, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
I need you to find it, but if you do, I can send you over to see Jack, and he's got some really nice stuff. Matter of fact, if you're hungry and you take those taste tickets, I tell you one thing you will not be, and that is hungry.
That's true.
That thing is amazing. I'll be hosting it with my friend Jana from XL 106.7 and Magic, and it is a blast, and it's loaded up with incredible food and drink. So if you have an opportunity to go, that's a great ticket. John, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1965, Academy, Tony, and Emmy-winning actress, producer, and author. Most Oscar-nominated black actress ever.
Not Whoopi Goldberg.
Juilliard graduate. Loves to help. She was part of the Suicide Squad.
Huh?
Viola Davis was born
Viola
on this day.
Davis.
That's right. Viola Davis was born on this day. Here are 3 fun facts about Viola and 1 poopy pie of a lie.
Oh, put something special in there
That's
for
right.
you.
All right, buddy. We're talking about Viola Davis. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, she was born on a farm in South Carolina. Number 2, she was taken to jail at 2 years old with her mother, who was arrested at a civil rights protest. Number 3, in 2024, Mattel introduced a Barbie doll in her likeness to celebrate International Women's Day. Or lastly, she was originally a singer. She released a blues album in 2006 called Dew on the Delta. Which of those is a lie?
Well, I'm going to say the Barbie doll.
No, that's absolutely true. Yeah, in 2004, Mattel released a Barbie doll in her likeness as a celebration of International Women's Day.
Wow.
All right, 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go 2.
2 sounds good. That is Bill. Bill, how are you?
I'm doing very well, sir.
Glad to hear that, buddy. We're talking about the actress Viola Davis. By the way, an amazing story.
Oh.
If you don't know anything about her, man, oh man, what
Really?
an incredible story of perseverance. Really incredible. Here we go, Bub. Number 1, she was born on a farm in South Carolina. Number 2, she was taken to jail at 2 years old with her mother, who was arrested at a civil rights protest. Or lastly, she was originally a singer. She released a blues album in 2006 called Dew on the Delta.
I'm going to go the singer.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner. Totally made that up. I got to tell you, buddy, enjoy yourself. I'm going to send you over to see Jack. He's got some nice stuff. Pick something out, all right?
Thank you, sir.
You got it, buddy. Enjoy your afternoon. That's for sure. She was born on a farm in South Carolina. She was taken to jail at just 2 years old because her mother was protesting at a civil rights protest and was arrested for that.
As Jack said, good trouble.
A couple other things you may not know before we get to the top of the hour about Viola Davis. She grew up in abject poverty. Her parents would ask people who owned condemned buildings if they could live in them for free. No water, no power. They would just live in a condemned building. She and her sister used to they would wrap clothes around their necks so that when they slept, the rats wouldn't bite them. The family dug through dumpsters for food for years. It was bad. Her mom was a maid, and her dad was a horse, not trainer, but he took care of the horses.
Mm-hmm. It's not a farrier.
Not a farrier. No. He was just he would brush and wash them. That would be it. I'm sure
Like
take
a
care of the
stable.
stable.
Like a stable hand.
Yeah, exactly. She was the 18th person to receive the EGOT.
Wow, which is
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Yeah. She leaned on her mother's experience as a maid in South Carolina for the role in The Help, because her mother actually experienced those scenarios, living in homes of aristocracy and watching how they reacted to people of color or people who they thought were below them.
Right.
And she used that experience after talking to her mother to create that character that she did in The Help. And if you haven't seen the movie The Help, let me tell you, watch the movie The Help.
It's great. I don't know how long her dad lived, but it's great that her mom got to witness her success.
Yeah, 100%. And then she authored 2 books, one called Finding Me and one called Judge Stone. And the last one she collaborated with not Tom Clancy. Who's the other guy who writes those kind of espionage?
James Patterson?
Clive Cussler?
Yeah, I think it is Patterson, but I think
Patterson drops a book every other day.
I know, and he's collaborated with so many different people on
it. She is an amazing, and she's married to another actor that you know, a black actor that you know for sure. He's been in a ton of stuff. I can't remember his last name, but man, what an incredible story. If you want some inspiration in your life, like if you came from nothing and you think that the world wasn't built for you to succeed in, go read the bio of Viola Davis. I will tell you, it will change the way you look at that. Because nobody could start lower and make it bigger than she has. Because you get born on a farm, abject poverty, sleeping in buildings, digging through dumpsters, and now is one of the most celebrated actresses in Hollywood.
As soon as you said had to tie clothes around their necks so that the rats wouldn't bite them. By the way, it is Viola Davis and James Patterson book, Judge Stone, a novel.
Yeah.
And her husband is Julius Tenen.
Yeah, and you know him immediately if you saw this guy. He's been in so much stuff. But power couple, a lot of philanthropy in that world over there. And the other thing too is when she gets a role, she goes into the role, she reads the script, and she finds this, and then she writes a 100-page mini novelette on what the character is and where they're from and what they're about.
Oh wow!
So that she can
backstory.
She can learn that character herself, so that when she's in the movie, she kind of reflects on what she wrote about what this character would have been going through and what would have created the aura that character would have used to handle that particular scenario. That's dedication, dude.
That is, absolutely.
It takes me like 8 seconds to prep this show. Then I'm chipping and putting. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I got another little juicy story. What are we going to do? Oh, Brad Pitt said something today. And usually I don't listen to Brad Pitt about anything, but this is an interesting take, and I'll explain in a minute.
Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns to the World Center of Racing with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on August 28th and the Coke Zero Sugar 400 on August 29th. Experience the thrill of NASCAR like never before. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com. Visit RealRadio.fm/contest for all the info and to find out how you can score free tickets.
3 right lanes are blocked on 408 eastbound near Conway Road. Traffic stop and go in that area. The right lane's blocked on Florida's Turnpike northbound near US 192. That crash on I-4 westbound near Colonial, that's cleared up, although there's still some slowdowns getting through the city. It's stop and go through Celebration. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Pump up the volume. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Guys, Labor Day is right around the corner. It's coming. Time to upgrade your grill game. Get ready for football season as well. Head to Tools Ace Hardware to do this. They have 14 local stores packed up with the best grilling brands out there. Big Green Egg, Napoleon, Weber, Rectech, Gosney, and all the stuff you need for that. All the rubs and marinades and injectables, all the smoking woods, all the pellets. It's all right there. These guys also offer free assembly and local delivery, so you can sit back and relax while these guys do the work. Load up on propane, pellets, and charcoal at Tools today. today or find your nearest store at toolsacehardware.com. Get expert advice, assembly, and local service you won't find anywhere else. It's Tools Ace, your local grilling place.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
don't know if you've been following the Buc-ee's drama that's going on. They've been, I guess, suing just about any business with an animal mascot, but there's one in Beaver Creek, Ohio that they're going after because they have, of course, a beaver as their mascot on their store, being there in Beaver Creek, and how the town of Beaver Creek is now trolling Buc-ee's. I think it's great. There's a great piece on it on John Oliver this past Sunday. So check it out. And, okay.
Beaver Creek's in Colorado, isn't it?
There's one in Ohio as well.
Was it really?
That store's been there for over 20 years.
Yeah. Let that little guitar breakdown. Oh, nice. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Super fired up and excited about the poker tournament coming up this Saturday night, one of our big events. Do you guys know what you're wearing? Are we going to do a combined? I mean, we do this every year.
You can't.
But
you can't drop this on.
Yeah, I can. I can't drop it on you on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I can because Tuesday's still way far away.
No, because just like the Yachtly Cruise, when you all were going to, bang it out with the costume.
I did. I look good. I wore a wig and a mustache.
You look good. You just didn't look like all the hype you'd built up.
What do you mean hype? I was looking like a 70s porn star. I did not shop for a costume online. I did not do that.
I'm not wearing a costume to the poker
I didn't ask you to wear a costume to the poker tournament. I'm just wondering, what are you wearing? You have worn. Are you doing the sport coat and the long sleeve shirt? Are you doing that? Are you doing slacks? That's what I want to know, though. Dude.
Yeah.
Is this a jeans scenario for you?
I typically do not wear jeans. I would say I'll do the long sleeve shirt and slacks.
Okay, long sleeve sport coat or not?
No sport coat.
Okay.
Loafers.
Loafers is nice. Deb, skirt or pants this year?
I'm not really sure.
You usually wear a skirt, which is nice.
I may wear a dress, or I may follow Amy Sweezy's lead and just show up in a pair of jeans and a T-shirt. I think she's kind of set the bar kind of high.
Yeah. I think we wear a hat this year.
Whoa.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wear a hat this year.
Like a pork pie hat, snap brim?
Yeah, like a pork pie.
Yes.
Or like a fedora or something. I'm going to wear a hat. I don't know.
I have a fedora.
Stupid.
I can't. I don't.
You should not wear it.
I can't.
You would not look good in it.
Thank you. That's what I tell myself.
I'm just telling you. I adore you. I think you're a great guy.
Thank you.
It does not fit your personality. It doesn't work for you.
Thank you.
Okay, but
Cowboy hat now.
Nah.
If you wear a fedora, you might end up looking like Anthony Hopkins' character in Silence of the Lambs when he makes that final phone call.
Ooh, that's a good one. With any of that linen suit on?
Yeah, that almost that seersucker suit on with that
yeah.
nice fedora. You come in with chomping on a cigar, you're going to look like a serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, prior to 1960, all guys wore fedoras.
That's right.
All guys wore hats.
Like, you look at those old films from NASA.
Yeah.
There's not one bald head. Everybody's rocking a straw fedora. Yeah. I used to wear. I had a corduroy one for a long time, and I would just turn the front of it up and turn it like into a pork pie hat.
Yeah.
Man, I love that thing. It was great.
I love a good cowboy hat.
Yeah. I can't pull off the cowboy hat. That is the big look. If I walked in, that's the biggest poser move. You would just get laughed out of the room. I think to wear a cowboy hat, you actually have to have a little cowboy in you. And there's a lot of things I do have in me. Cowboy ain't one of them.
And that's someone from Palatka.
Yeah. Look,
I know.
I grew up around cowboys. Not a cowboy.
Yeah.
Like, I see that lifestyle, that farm lifestyle. Grew up with those boys. Unbelievable workers. Unbelievable people. Don't have that gear.
Yeah.
That's because that's the hardest work on the planet.
Let me tell you something, dude.
Farmer never gets to take a vacation.
I'll tell you straight up. One of the strongest cats I ever knew in my life was a kid named Bo in my hometown. This guy weighed 160 pounds, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. When they would run those hay trucks, those balers, it would spit those bales out. Have you ever lifted a bale of hay?
That's a big.
Yeah,
that's heavy.
20 pounds, 25 pounds, something like that.
That's
Right?
it?
You grab it by the twine, right?
Yeah.
But, you say, is it? But here's how they do that, right? So the baler comes, it drops the bales on the ground. Then a truck, a flatbed comes behind that, and the workers toss the bales up on the flatbed, and the person working the flatbed stacks the bales, right? Well, they don't stack them too high. They stack them like 5 high.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, this kid, Bo, could grab a bale at 150, 60 pounds, whatever he was, and throw that effing thing up 20 feet. To that top thing when that baler got there.
Wow.
Over and over and over. I watched this guy because he went to high school with me. You know did you guys used to have to climb the ropes in gym, Jack? The one that would hang from the ceiling of the gym, and you would climb it to the top, touch that, and come back down. That was it. This guy could put that thing to the side and just climb it with his arms, with his legs sticking straight out.
Oh, wow.
No problem, dude.
Wow.
And he would get to the top and turn his body upside down and kick the roof. and then come back down. Went into the military.
Show off.
Went into the
Yeah,
military.
no doubt.
Went into the military at 17 years old. Like the instant they would let him in, he went in. I don't know what happened to that guy. He probably killed half of Iran. I'm serious. He was a monster. And the sweetest kid with the best handwriting you've ever seen in your life. It was the biggest dichotomy. That guy would write, and I'm like, that looks like a professional secretary from the 20s wrote that. It was perfect. And this kid was like the strongest, nicest dude ever. All right, 407-916-1041. Brad Pitt.
He's in the news.
He is in the news.
He is.
Did you see the story?
I did.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. This ABC story, I'm sure it's making the rounds everywhere, but Brad Pitt kind of came out and said that he isn't sober any longer. Now, I guess he had some alcohol problems, and I believe that part of the reason that he and Angelina broke up and part of the reason that he's kind of estranged from his entire family is because of an incident that was on a private plane when they were flying back home. I guess he had some drinks, got mad at one of the kids, snatched the kid up because he's from Kentucky, I believe, or Missouri.
I
Right?
think Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, it's from the Ozarks up there, I believe, right?
Oh, wow.
And so, I mean, he kind of grew up in that area where, in not so Hollywood, type thing,
yeah.
where you get snatched up as a kid when you act like a complete douchebag. You kind of get snatched up and smacked around a little bit for being a dick.
Still do.
And apparently, some of that happened. She lost her damn mind. All that went sideways. He stopped drinking, and off we go.
I believe he said he was sober for 7 years.
7 years is exactly right, yeah. So in a wide-ranging interview with Esquire, he talked about not being sober anymore. He said he's sober for 7 years, got back off the wagon in a more restrained manner. Now, I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't have a terribly addictive personality. I do like a drink occasionally, but I drink less now than I've ever consumed in my life. But I think if I did think I had a problem at one point, I probably wouldn't start drinking again. And he even admitted that he's already had another couple issues when he drank too much. He kind of realized that it's not for him. And then there's California sober. You know what that is, right?
No.
Jack, you know what California? Check something.
Yeah, no, actually, somebody just texted us. Apparently, our trivia winner was still waiting on the phone.
Oh, my God. Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, Jack. Do your job. What are you doing?
He got his prize.
Okay, yeah. You know what California sober is, Jack?
Kind of buzzed, right? Like weed?
Yeah, California sober is you don't drink alcohol, but you get high. You smoke weed.
Oh.
And I know a lot of people who are California sober. They do not consume alcohol because they can't control it. It's bad for them as they get a little bit older. They want to get that out of their life.
Right.
But they still use THC. They may not vape or smoke. They can take gummies or whatever the case may be. But that's where they get that consciousness ease that they need. And I found it interesting to come out and say that you're drinking again. Isn't that kind of a weird thing to do?
I think it's actually kind of dangerous because, he's not the Brad Pitt of the early 90s or the early 2000s.
He's not?
And I think it kind of, he's openly saying, hey, I may or may not be a liability for your project, but hire me anyway.
I don't think if you're a studio and Brad Pitt agrees to your project, you care what he's drinking.
That's
maybe
funny.
not.
I didn't even think about the professional implications.
Because he's an
by
older
saying
actor.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not Tom Cruise still pulling in Mission Impossible movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he still doesn't have viability in Hollywood. I'm just saying taking that risk when he's in his 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the A-lister leading man getting the ingenue to fall in love with him. That's fallen to the Tom Hollands and the younger actors. I just think it's a little dangerous.
Now he's playing grizzled military guys.
Yeah.
Because I think the next movie he has coming out is like he's a grizzled military sergeant or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess his mom died in August of 2025, and it really kind of blanked him up pretty bad.
Yeah.
I said it was one of the most challenging moments. And of course, he had some family issues as well. So all this was kind of compounding, and it led him to a low point in his life. He had some suicidal ideation as well. And he said, look, man, he goes, I just couldn't. This is crazy when you listen to this. This goes to show you, man. Everybody who thinks that somebody who has money or fame or anything like that has a better life than you really can't gauge someone's quality of life by what they have.
More money, more problems.
And this is such a great statement. He says, quote, I've never been suicidal except for one little period. And then that one little period, I just thought I couldn't. I just couldn't see a way out, describing the pain he felt as the time became quite oppressive. His mom dying, estranged from his entire family.
In court all the time.
Failed marriage. And by the way,
his kids are dropping his last name.
Left and right.
I think the third one just did it. They had this winery that went through this weird litigation thing for years, costing them both tens of millions of dollars because apparently Angelina did some sideways stuff and tried to sell it without his approval, even though they were co-owners. So he had to sue her, and that turned out to be a mess. But this is what he said. He goes, quote, yeah, like, listen, this blank ain't easy. And you're talking to a guy who won the lottery.
Right.
Like you're talking to a guy whose life changed remarkably in a blink of an eye. No education, no nothing like that. Didn't invent anything. He just was pretty. They could put him on screen, and he became a superstar beyond the realm of possibility, hitting the lottery. And he says, like, even with all of that, even with everything that I am, still thought about taking myself out. Still wasn't satisfied. Or not satisfied, but still wasn't happy because of that.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah, he plays a Special Forces officer, James Belmont, in a film coming up soon, stranded deep in the Alaskan wilderness. So we'll see how that goes.
He's 62 right now. He was just in Formula One, which was... Did you see Formula One?
Giant hit, and I did not see it.
It was good.
Yeah, I heard it was great.
Yeah, it's still on. I think Disney Plus has it.
Dude, I got to tell you, we watched Ford versus Ferrari.
I like that one.
Dude, let me tell you, that may be one of Matt Damon's best roles ever. That was a really good movie.
You should see The Odyssey.
Yeah, Christian Bale was in that movie. He was also very good. Odyssey sucked.
Christian, yes, Ford versus Ferrari. Liked it a lot. Didn't know anything about that because
Carroll
that's all
Shelby
based
or
on
any of that stuff.
True event. The battle before.
But
I knew of a Shelby Mustang.
Right, yeah.
That's all I knew about Shelby. But it was fascinating to get that backstory and how that guy got screwed.
It was,
man.
It was Carroll Shelby who brought Ford into the racing world. I mean, basically it was Ferrari, looking down their nose at Ford during Le Mans, and he's like, "Nah, we ain't doing that, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna build a car." And there were so many great scenes in that movie where he locks the guy into the car to take Mr. Ford around the around the lab, and the dude starts crying because he's so happy because the car's such a badass.
Yeah,
well, those cars are like $1 trillion now, by the way. all those old 4 GTs, man, they're all worth so much. I think it's one of the most expensive cars in the world. Some of those old Le Mans 4 GTs. So crazy.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Take a little break. Our buddy Scott Brown up next with It's Only Money. We'll do that right after this.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Graphics on the screen says, this is Shauna Phillips, former Love Island contestant and mom of 2. Don't know why she's on the panel that's deciding this.
Shauna's decided she doesn't care about the planet.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
3 right lanes are blocked on 408 eastbound near Conway Road. Traffic stop and go in that area. The right lane's blocked on Florida's Turnpike northbound near US 192. That crash on I-4 westbound near Colonial, that's cleared up, although there's still some slowdowns getting through the city. It's stop and go through Celebration. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Heat index of 103 trillion today, and I'm being serious. It's 112, I think it was today. Man, your AC in this city, in this state, it's got to work overtime for many, many months. You need to make sure it's ready for that. And I suggest a call to our friends Mills Air to make sure that's going to be the case. These guys are unbelievably good at this. Been doing it since 92. You can do the math. That's like 30 plus years of experience right here in Central Florida. And let me tell you the story. This is why I love Mills Air. Had lunch with Leon Mills just the other day. I've known him for years. Great guy. Hang out the the whole 9 yards. When Leon tells you the story, like, look, I was working for an air conditioning company years ago. They were not doing it right. They were ripping people off. They weren't doing a good job. I left and started my own company, one van, just me. Now, 60 vans, a fleet of Mills Air Techs to get you wherever you are in Central Florida to make sure that your family is always comfortable in your home. These guys are awesome, and they're Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's important. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Guys, summer is here, and it's time to get that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long. So I say go to Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. It's more than just a barber shop. It's total man care. The perfect haircut, great beard trim with a hot towel and a drink in your hand, and that's waiting for you at 4 locations across Central Florida, open 7 days a week. Plus, Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C-Lane, you'll get a free $20 credit towards your first visit this month only. So you got to book now. HammerandNailsGrooming.com. Hammer and Nails. Total man care starts here.
Free shouldn't come with a catch. With iHeartRadio, it doesn't. No monthly fees, no trial periods. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print fax tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, I'm Rick Singh. Experience matters, but so does results. I've successfully led a constitutional office, managed hundreds of employees, and modernized a government office while protecting your tax dollars. And now I'm ready to bring the same type of leadership to the Orange County Clerk of Court office. I'm Rick Singh, and I humbly ask for your vote.
Because experience matters. On August 18th, vote Rick Singh for Orange County Clerk of Court.
Political advertisement paid for and approved by Rick Singh, Democrat, for Orange County Clerk of Court.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I think the Brad Pitt that I thought was the coolest was when I was growing up. There was a movie called True Romance with Christian Slater.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt played a stoner hippie guy roommate on the couch, jobless, huffing out of a honey bear bong. I don't know if you remember that, but condescending. That was cool, man. Yeah. I remember that. I think that was cool, Brad. Jerk Brad, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, Seven Brad was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thor Brad was pretty cool.
Interview with the Vampire Brad was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Thelma and Louise Brad.
Oh, easy.
This
Fight Club Brad.
Yeah.
Fight Club Brad. Yeah.
Yeah. Ocean's 13 Brad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad Brad.
Not bad.
That's a swarthy Brad, is it not?
Yeah.
Brad on an airplane with family, not the cool one.
Does Ted Nugent know you stole his jacket? That Brad?
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deborah.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's boom.
I missed that.
Okay.
It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good loud for Scott Brown. There he is, Scott Brown, Edgewater Family Wealth, a fiduciary in town here for 38 years. Man, if you're doing anything for 38 years, you got to be pretty good at it.
You can't help but not suck at it. I mean, come on.
And fiduciary, for people who do not know, he's a financial advisor. Fiduciary binds him to make sure that he's taking care of your money as properly as he could. Don't really need to be a fiduciary if you're just an honest businessman.
Right.
Yeah.
Seems obvious, doesn't it?
And it's weird because when we first met, and I mentioned that because people started immediately asking,
Yeah.
is he a fiduciary? As if that was a gotcha question.
Yeah.
But does that really have any value? What does that really mean when people say that? Because if people lean on that as a selling point to, hey, you should do business with me, I'm a fiduciary.
Yeah.
I mean, does that really separate you from anybody else or anything? Or
I mean, the honest answer is no. I mean, you can call yourself anything, right? You can say I'm a fiduciary, which means basically you put the client's interest before your own. I guess it was lost on me that because I was already doing it 30 or 40 years ago.
Exactly.
I don't know. We know people that call themselves police officers who do bad things. People who call themselves leaders of all different kinds and do bad things. It's just, actions speak louder than words.
Right, yeah.
I know the term fiduciary is kicked around, and it is, to your point, it is a little bit of a gotcha question because people ask me that.
Sure, yeah.
And they get all anxious about the answer.
Yeah.
And the reality is that's how we should all be behaving anyway.
Yeah.
So the fact that somebody calls himself a fiduciary, there is a legal term there and there is regulatory rules about such things, but the reality is most of us act and should act in a fiduciary capacity.
Yeah. Basically, they almost act like that binds you to a certain set of rules where you can't do anything wrong. But I mean, you could get screwed over by a fiduciary as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not prohibiting somebody from being a bad person. Now, I will say most people who are fiduciaries are great people, just like most police officers are great people. But every once in a while, somebody gets sideways, and that's not going to change the outcome, regardless of what they call them.
Scott, what about people who have products or services they want to move you into a certain life insurance policy because they benefit from that, and it might not be the best thing for you? Wouldn't that go against the idea of being a fiduciary for that type of individual?
I mean, that's a fair example. And but again, I don't think anybody with any conscience is going to put somebody in, regardless of what they call themselves, right? So the technical term is you're supposed to put the person's interest above your own, regardless of the situation. Some people opt out of the fiduciary I guess the title, you can opt out of that. And if you're in you're just directly in sales, you're just a person who sells life insurance, where everybody you meet needs life insurance, they shouldn't be calling themselves a fiduciary. And in fact, sometimes they opt not to, because it's very clear to them and maybe clear to the people they're dealing with. They're there to sell them life insurance.
Yeah. Right. Well, Scott joins us every single Tuesday to talk about some things in the financial world, and of course, kind of give you some advice on what you could or maybe shouldn't do, or maybe some advice on just things maybe you have heard, and you want to make sure that it's either real or not real. And he gives us a list every week. We can get right to it. We also have an event coming up.
We do.
In September. We'll tell you about in just a few minutes. Situational awareness. I think this could be important almost anywhere in your life. Why is it so important in your financial world?
Well, so let me back you up. So there's actually I don't know if people have paid attention to this, but there was a guy who started a hedge fund, and he called it situational awareness. Now, this was a 25-year-old guy out of Silicon Valley who had some dubious circumstances with ChatGPT and got let go and started his own hedge fund and was doing pretty well till he wasn't. And this recently hit the news.
That's how I think Madoff did that, right?
Yeah. It was everything was going great up until it didn't. And what happened with this guy is I have a larger point here, but this guy was taking in money from Silicon Valley, a lot of wealthy, very thoughtful, smart people. He was bringing the money in, and the fund did like 400% in the first couple of years.
Flag one.
And of course, that brought in more and more money. The problem was that he was leveraging the fund, meaning he had about $10 million in securities when he started it. He borrowed another $40 million, I think actually another $30 million, to leverage up, meaning he was using borrowed money to buy more stocks.
Right.
Therefore, when a stock went up $1, he went up $4, if that makes sense to anybody. And that, again, went very well for a period of time until the stocks, recently all the chip stocks fell apart, and he proceeded to lose a huge chunk of that money. So in other words, he had $10 million. He lost $8 million because he borrowed another $30 to buy stocks with, and now he literally had $2 million. But guess what he still owed? He still owed the $30 million, right? Yeah. So the point in all of this is that we are starting to see more leverage in the system. And what I mean by that is, back in 29 when the market crashed, one of the things that really was one of the primary causes was too much leverage. There was a lot of people using margin. And margin is when you take your existing stocks and you borrow against those stocks to buy more stocks, right? Yeah. Which is something I am wholly against.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I've never done it. In my 40 years, I've never done it because I've only seen it lead to problems. And so, but a lot of people, and what we're seeing is the margin balances over the last year have grown by 50% across the country. So we went from about $1 trillion in margin debt to about $1.5 trillion in margin debt. And to me, that's not necessarily a canary in the coal mine, but what I want to tell people is just be careful. If your advisor, broker, whatever they're calling themselves is saying, hey, you're doing really well in the NVIDIA or the Microsoft or whatever it is, why don't we buy a whole bunch more? And you say, but I don't have any more money. And they'll go, no problem. My firm will loan you the money at 7 or 8%. You can buy a whole bunch more stocks. The problem with that is if it goes down, you could get something called a margin call, which is very bad news, which makes you sell at exactly the wrong time because they want more collateral to back up the loan that you took out. And then the other thing I want to bring up, and I've heard this to my horror on more than one occasion, is when market is doing well. We're basically in the end, not necessarily the end, maybe not the end, but we're certainly have gone through a 15-year bull market.
Yeah, we have.
Right? It's been unprecedented growth in my career, in my lifetime. And it's been fantastic. But what happens is people get a little euphoric. They get a little full of themselves. They start to believe. They start to, as Warren Buffett would say, they start to confuse a bull market with their own brilliance.
Right, yeah.
And here's where things go horribly awry. I have seen this happen at least twice in my career, and there's probably a third I'm not thinking of, where somebody will literally take out a home equity loan.
Oh, my God.
So I want everybody to stop and think about that for a second.
Already horrified at where this could go.
You should be horrified. So when someone comes to you with the notion that you should borrow 30 grand or 50 grand or 10 grand or whatever the number is against your home equity that you've spent maybe your entire life building up, please, please, please hang up the phone, walk away, go smoke a cigarette. Even if you don't smoke, go smoke a cigarette. I don't care what you do.
Go borrow a cigarette.
Go get a cigarette. Start smoking. I don't care.
Get California sober.
There you go. Get California sober.
It'll be cheaper than what you're about to do.
And safer.
Yeah, a lot safer. So But what I am starting to hear people talk about these things and get a little more confident, a little overconfident, and we're starting to see it in the data.
Like people are starting to consider this?
People are not considering it, they're doing it.
Jeez Louise.
And back to the margin debt, when the margin debt increases 50% in 1 year, that tells you people are getting a little silly. So I wanted to bring this up because there are going to be people out there that have brokerage accounts where somebody says, "Hey, isn't this going wonderful? Let's see what we can do to screw it up."
Yeah.
They won't phrase it that way, by the way.
Imagine how much better we could be doing.
Right, we could do twice as good.
If you're doing this with 10K,
yeah.
Imagine what you could do with 60K.
Yeah, and again, understand that that's brokerage firms get paid to loan you that margin balance.
Unbelievable, dude.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, it just concerns me. I started digging into this guy. His name's Leopold, first of all. I mean,
strike one.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's
Leopold.
flag 2, by the way.
Yeah, that's like he's 25. He's made 400%. That's got to raise an eyebrow. Then you throw Leopold in there.
Yeah. And didn't he lose all that money or find out about it literally on his wedding day?
I don't know that part of the story. It's possible.
I believe that's when I would just read about that. I was like, ooh, bad time to find out who you're marrying.
Yeah.
When my son was a teenager, he'd rip through Instagram and stuff, and he'd see all these dudes driving like Lambos and stuff like that and standing next to airplanes and stuff, and he'd be like, man, isn't that cool? I'm like, man, it's fake.
Yeah.
Because I am 58. I've been in the entertainment business for 35 years of my life, and I have literally met 4 people in my life under 30 that are worth anything more than $3 or $4 or $5 million.
And P.S., you're not supposed to be.
Right. It is such an anomaly. In all of these years, I've literally met that many people under the age of 30 that have made any like real money like that is represented on social.
And I would tell you that's okay. Yeah. That's the problem is young people think that's not okay. They see the Lambos, they see the private jet nonsense. All of it's fake. And the reality is it's okay to struggle. You're supposed to struggle in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, or you won't most of the people, clients I have who are millionaires, and I have many, all probably became millionaires in their 50s at the very earliest.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay for it to suck for a minute.
And then the other thing you have here is it's kind of interesting because it seems to have nothing to do with finance business. But it says streaky forks, as in a fork and fork you eat with, and why they matter. And it's from the TV show The Bear, which I know you love.
Yeah, I love that show. I think it's the best show on TV. Of course, I only watch one show, so what would I know? So I took my team. I brought my team. We have a little conference area where we do educational things for my team and my advisors, and I brought them all together, and I made them watch an episode of The Bear called Streaky Forks. It's actually called Forks. And in this episode, the person, Richie, who's one of the main characters, kind of comes correct. He goes to a 5-star Michelin. It's the greatest restaurant in the world. Oh, yeah. He learns, and what he has to do is he has to clean forks for 3 days. Yeah. And he's annoyed by this. And the point, by the end of the movie, is Richie finally gets it. He gets why he's there. He gets that the streaks matter. And what I try to, and the reason I'm telling the story is because I try to impress upon my team and anybody listening out there that you're not, I even said this out loud in the meeting the other day. I said, listen, nobody's picking you because you're brilliant at stocks. So get over yourself, right? They're working with you because they believe in you, they trust in you, they know when they call, they're going to get a call back. They understand that you're going to get the administrative done right the first time. You're going to be aware of tax implications. You're going to talk to their trust attorney. You're going to talk to their accountant. Those are our forks. Those are our forks that need to be cleaned as advisors, because the reality is what people are getting from us is their time, and they want to make sure that time is well used. People often wonder, why do wealthy people spend $500 on dinner? Why do wealthy people pay 0.5% or a full percent for financial services? A lot of people think that's foolish, right? But the reality is they value the service. They value the fact that if they have a tax question, we get it answered. They value the idea that they have to take income from their IRA or their Roth or their other account or their annuity. We tell them how to do that. They could figure some of these things out on their own, not as quickly or not as well, right? But they value their time. So my point in telling the Streaky Forks story is because what the guy said to Richie was, when Richie was complaining about the forks, is it matters, Richie. Yeah. It matters that the forks are clean, and what I tell my team is it matters that the service is correct.
That's so funny. It reminds me of a story. You know who Thomas Keller is, by any chance? One of the most famous, I think maybe the most famous American chef. He owns a place called the French Laundry out in California.
Yeah, I know the French Laundry. There's
a very famous story about Thomas Keller. When he hired somebody, they're walking, he's hiring this kid, and he's kind of showing this kid around. He's walking through the kitchen, or he's waiting in the kitchen. And the guy comes up and says, Thomas will be with you in 1 second. Just hang right here. So Thomas Keller comes in, he's got a little sweat on his brow, and he starts walking through the kitchen. And as he's walking through the kitchen, the kid is behind him, right? He's walking. And Keller immediately, as he's walking through the kitchen, drops to his knees, goes behind and pulls out his dish towel that he carries around all the time with him, and wipes the bottom part of a stainless steel table in the kitchen for prep, because when somebody washed it before, they left a little puddle of water, and the oxidation of the water left a little ring on the table, and he dropped to his knees, the owner of the restaurant, the most celebrated American chef out there, to wipe that table that nobody would see. A customer wouldn't see it. Nobody would see it. Just the employees. And when the kid was waiting on him, because Thomas Keller, the parking lot at the French Laundry is not paved, it's pebbles. And every day Thomas Keller goes out and he rakes the parking lot from the ruts from the night before of the cars, because it means something to him that when the people pull up to his restaurant, they want that perfect experience because they're paying for it.
Well, and that's the point. That's
yeah.
the point. If you have a financial advisor, you're thinking about getting a financial advisor, you have that stuff matters. The phone call should get returned within 24 hours. The meeting should be on time. Your information should be prepared. Your tax implications should be known. Should you be in Roth? Should you not be in Roth? What's coming up next year? Do you have a required minimum? There's 20 or 30 things that people don't think of that a good financial advisory firm does to earn the money that you're paying them. And so I think that was the point I was trying to impress upon them, is details matter, how you talk to somebody matters. And I think we do a great job of that, but I'm always trying to reinforce it, because, again, if somebody's going to pay their hard-earned money, and I could make the argument, there are plenty of studies that show that people who use financial advisors outperform those who don't. We won't get into that today, but that is a reality. But they're still paying, right? They still get a bill. They still see their cost every month on the statement because it's right there in front of them. They need to understand that there's a reason for that, and they're getting value for that. And I believe our clients kind of feel that way.
Yeah, I feel so as well. It's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. You can go, and not only should you take this wealth DNA test, it's right there. It's absolutely free. Really an amazing insight on who you are financially, what you look at life financially, how you view money and the responsibilities that come with that. Super awesome. But you also have a couple books that are free there as well.
Yeah, in addition to the Wealth DNA, which is a real quick test that actually we use internally too, because that tells me who I'm dealing with a lot of the time, so what their strengths and weaknesses are. But we also have two books out there. One of them is I Never Made Anybody Rich, which is my book that I wrote some years ago. And then we have I Got a Guy, which is a guide to using a financial advisor.
Yeah, very cool. Also, we have an event coming up on September 26th in Lake Mary.
Yeah, so at the Lake Mary Roost Chris at noon on September 26th, we're doing everything 401k.
Yeah.
And the reason I chose the topic, it did so well in Winter Park. People were so excited about it. We filled that up pretty quickly, and we are starting to get a little bit full in Lake Mary. Is the reason I chose that topic is because it pertains to a lot of people. So whether you have a 401k or a 403b, which is the equivalent for a municipality or for a state employee, this is an opportunity to understand all those things you see on your statement, to understand what your choices are, how to make those choices.
And Scott, when you need to make the move, right? Like, when you go online, you start reading around, when you start getting into your late 50s and stuff, it's like, I think, the information of like when you should be making these moves, like, should you be thinking about this at 58 or 61 or 60 or 48? Who knows? But I mean, those are really interesting questions that I think a lot of people have. In September 26th, Lake Mary Ruth Chris, what time?
We're at noon. Straight up noon.
Yeah, you get dinner or you get lunch and you get some great advice.
You do. We do. I think we usually takes about an hour and a half, an hour 45. It's not a real long thing. We feed you, give you some good information. Usually a question and answer that lasts 30 or 40 minutes because people have a lot of questions and there are no stupid questions. If you got it, somebody else has got it.
By the way, this is a limited seating. So go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, go to the pull-down bar and reserve your seat. Doesn't cost a nickel, but you need to reserve your seat.
You do.
And the 401ks, like Scott said, they sell out quick or they get filled up quick. So please make that move. If you plan on going, do that now. Again, that's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com.
You got it.
Always good seeing you, buddy.
Likewise.
Deb?
Florida's auto insurance market announces relief. A super speeder's unusual answer for going so fast, and the Florida Lottery announces some new scratch-off games. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
Speaking of financial planning.
Scratch-offs, baby.
What's better than a scratch-off?
Forget everything I just said. Just go straight up scratch-offs. Take your paycheck, cash it straight for scratch-ups.
Yes! You should start Scratch-Off
Where'd
Family
Jack go?
Scratch-Off Family Wealth. That's the new...
Scratch-Off. Yeah, I like it.
Scratch-Off Family Wealth
that is catchy.
The new business.
I love it.
We're doing it. We're hiring Leonardo or Leonid. And
Leopold.
Leopold, he's our guy. All right, back in a sec with Deb's News. We'll get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio Studios on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We're watching out for a few showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of our Tuesday. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Won't be a washout, but a couple of those storms could produce frequent lightning as well as torrential rain and brief gusty winds, so we'll have to watch out for that. You may have to switch the wipers on during the evening drive. We'll see those fade away during the overnight with temperatures falling back into the middle and upper 70s, staying warm, staying muggy. Then for our hump day, also watching out for a disturbance to bring some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Still hot, still humid as highs surge back into the middle and upper 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Discover/Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails and a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai.
It's trade-in days at Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford Lake Mary. You could get thousands, yes, thousands more for any trade-in, any make, any condition. Plus, we've dropped prices on everything. New Hyundais up to $1,000 below invoice. You heard right. New Hyundais below invoice at Headquarter Hyundai. Save thousands on new Hyundai Tucsons, Elantras, Santa Fe's, Palisades, and more. Up to $1,000 below invoice. With 0% financing for 72 months. And you get America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and Hyundai Assurance. It's trade-in days. You could get thousands more for any trade-in, any make, any condition.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. To qualified buyers. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio. Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, and we will look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio, Wednesday edition, where Ray Trenley himself will join the Monsters in the morning for a segment or two. That's always a good time. Check that out. And when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family in the world of family law, whether it's trusts, wills, living wills, the other kind, you know what I'm saying, or just estate planning in general, you can trust Ray Trenley and his team at TK Law. 2 offices, DeLand and Altamont Springs, online at onefirmforlife.com.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. It's time for a talkback purge on The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jack Bradshaw, happy Tuesday. Hey, got an idea for you, man. It's gonna win-win-win situation. It's good for iHeartRadio. It's good for community and free press, man. Teach a kid to swim. Go with iHeartRadio. Go with the flow. You can get support from Advent Health.
There you go. Let's teach someone to swim, Jimmy. Can you give swimming lessons?
I probably could.
Do you know how to swim?
I'm not a bad swimmer, man.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was a great swimmer.
Here's one about my dead dog.
Every year, I post happy birthday to Jeter, even though he passed. I bet that blows Jimmy's mind. I'm saying happy birthday to a dead dog. But that's Jeter. Jeter was special.
He was, and he has a Facebook page that my wife created that I don't have the password to. So the page lives on. And he has happy birthday messages.
Hey, how's it, Ohana?
Perfectly normal.
Somebody needed a surfer to do a surf report? It's funny, me and Big T were talking about that last week, and he said, bro, you should do a daily talkback with a surf report. And now that you guys are discussing that with Amy, you know, I live a block off the beach. I see the water every day. It would be no problem to make sure you guys know if it's worth the trip over or if it's not. You know to let me know. Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
So my parents back in the 60s and 70s used to race SCCA and IMSA cars. And this was before I was born, because apparently I was the third child and killed everything cool that they did, like skiing, boating, and racing cars. But anyways, they had a friend who bought 2 AC Cobras to race, and then he bought, when Carroll Shelby put the big blocks in them, 2 of those. And they're somewhere in northeastern Ohio, still owned by him.
Jeez. The motor, I think it's a 427 Cobra jet that came in those AC Cobras, and the motor alone, I think the blocks alone are like 70 or 80 grand.
Now that's a retirement plan.
They're super hard to find.
In that last segment, you were lamenting your not being able to quite pull off wearing a cowboy hat. Well, I speak closeted DJ, it happens, and I know exactly what you're saying, mate. I hear you loud and clear. You want to be my cowgirl, and I'm happy to oblige. Gotta get my stirrups in you, mate, I can tell you that right now.
Wow. Didn't see that coming, did you?
I want to be your cowboy, and you can be my cowgirl.
How did that not make it on the air today?
It just did.
That just happened?
That just came in.
Oh, my God, dude. You got to do that earlier, dog. All right. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack, and, of course, Scott Brown with us, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Don't miss out on that 401k special event coming up September 26th. Go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com and reserve your seat, 12 o'clock. Lake Mary Ruth Chris. Not only do you get that information that could change your life, you could also get a great steak or maybe a chicken breast or whatever you want.
You can do either.
You can do either.
I might even let you have both.
You are the greatest ever.
That's the way I am.
I knew that.
I'm all about the protein.
I knew it. All right. Easy, buddy.
Mark that.
Wrong place to say that.
My bad.
You can say that in your
Mark
club. You can say
that.
that in Ireland, but your boys can't say that here. Right? Not right here.
We're going to turn that into a promo.
We talked yesterday about how he's fit and how much he's conscious of his health.
Yeah, you
and
can't
he
save it,
knows
Jack.
there is a protein kick going on right
Yeah,
now.
the major protein. But you're the man. You're the protein king.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm the spokesman. Apparently, I shouldn't be, though.
All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, finally some good news. Florida drivers are finally getting some relief on their insurance bills. Auto insurance rates in the state have posted the biggest drop in the country. This as major insurers cut premiums for hundreds of thousands of drivers. The trend is a sharp turnaround after years of steep increases in Florida. However, experts warn rates could still shift as insurers adjust to changing claims and repair costs. I believe I just heard the out. All right, this next person is not going to have lower insurance rates. A DeSoto County Sheriff's deputy pulled over a young man recently who was driving 110 miles an hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. When asked why he was going so fast, listen closely because the young driver responded with an unusual, if not honest, answer.
Any reason for you going that fast?
I'm actually on my way to my cheating girlfriend's house.
Your cheating girlfriend's house?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and step out.
Yeah. Apparently, he thought telling the cop he's going to his cheating girlfriend's was going to get him off the hook.
Yeah, or maybe go with him.
Yeah, an
come
escort.
with me,
He gets an
back me up
escort.
here.
Yeah.
Was he watching Lethal Weapon?
Exactly.
Those weird sax solos that are all through Lethal Weapon. That's like that. Wasn't that played in the
It
background?
sounded like that. Now, Florida's super speeder law imposes heavy fines for any driver traveling more than 50 miles per hour over the posted speed limit or any driver traveling at more than 100 miles per hour. First-time offenders face a mandatory court appearance, up to 30 days in jail, and a $500 fine.
Hear about the one that was just speeding 120 miles an hour, super speeder, 2 kids in the car. He passed out during at the wheel. The kid had to take the wheel while the other kid calls the grandma and says, "Dad's trying to kill us."
Oh my goodness.
Yep, no biggie. I mean, other than that.
Well, he passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Yeah.
And then
He was
finally,
throwing beer cans out the window, by the way.
there are new ways to become a millionaire in Florida. Florida Lottery introduced 3 new scratch-off games. They're called Power 20X, Cash in Hand, and $500,000 Cash Blitz.
Take that, Scott Brown.
Yeah,
Prices
you're
range
right. I have
from
no chance.
$5 to $50, and top prices range from $500,000 to $2 million. All 3 games are now available at all lottery retailers across the state, but you can find out more at FloridaLottery.com.
By the way, you can't be hated more than having money and then winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's as hated as a human being can be.
Yeah, nobody likes you.
Yeah,
after
no,
that.
I mean,
they'll ask for money, but once it runs out, they will hate you again.
yeah, for sure.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah. Who do we have to thank today, young
We
lady?
want to thank the fabulous Scott Brown. Yay, Edgewater Family Wealth.
Jack waited really long to clap.
Just in
Yeah,
case
it always
you
does.
missed his timely financial information, his podcast has already been posted at the Jim Colbert Show, where you can also find Chef Tellaluna and Adrian from Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill, meteorologist Amy Sweezy. Also want to thank McDonald's with that great Big Mac deal, $8 through the month of August that's a Big Mac, fries, and a drink, only $8.
$8.
I like it.
I bet you do.
I do like a Big Mac.
Yeah, they threw it back to like 2001.
Lots of protein.
Want to let you know if you missed meteorologist Amy Sweezy talking about their new Meteorological Association or Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill, what they're going to be serving up. Their podcasts have already been posted as well. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, peeps. Appreciate it very much. Jackson, question of the day.
How do you view Brad Pitt? The choices were good guy or not so good.
I think most people say good guy. I'll go 61% say good guy.
Pretty close. 57%.
There you go.
Guy.
He's really handsome.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Again, don't forget, September 26th, that is the big event coming up at Lake Mary. It's a noon gig, 401k special stuff happening. So reserve your seat now while you can. Always good seeing you, Scotty.
Likewise.
You got it. All right, on behalf of Deb, Jack, and Scott, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters of the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
I don't think so.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash northbound on Florida's Turnpike near US 192 is cleared up. That won't be causing you any trouble anymore. Although on 408, it's still stop and go eastbound approaching Conroy. The right lane's blocked. Traffic's backed up from I-4. There's an accident northbound on the Greenway near State Road 434 getting cleared up off to the shoulder. See traffic trouble